Hi guys, hi, it's Loz. How are you? I'm going to try not to yell because it's the middle of the night. Well, not really. Well, almost. But I'm very tired because I had a big long live this morning. How are you guys? Please do join me for your manifestation questions or about negative voices or changing your subconscious thoughts, anything to do with manifestation or your subconscious mind or negative thinking or mental health, whatever you have a question about. Hi guys, hi. Please do ask me your questions. I'm losing my voice a bit, so I'm going to bring the camera very close so I don't have to yell. Because I've done so many lives, I think any day now, I know I'm not going to affirm it. I'm going to have a very, it's telling me to go live. I'm going to have a very vibrant voice that lasts forever. I don't want to even say what I was going to say. I don't want to affirm it. See, that's how this stuff works. I don't want to say anything bad about my voice. But I am sitting close to the camera so you can hear me. All right, guys, do you have any manifestation questions? So I'm Loz. I started an account 2 weeks ago, 2 and a bit weeks ago, and just about manifestation. I was going to just do stuff about affirmation videos, just do some of those. But everyone keeps asking me questions because I base my learning and my experience of manifestation on law of assumption, which is probably different from a lot of accounts you've found on here, guys. A lot of them are banging on about law of attraction, which isn't a thing. You're just using your subconscious mind to manifest. You do it all day long, and you've always been doing it your whole fucking life. So you don't need candles, you don't need crystals, and you don't need vibration, and you don't need frequency, and you don't need water, or any of this complete and utter crap everyone is teaching you on here. They're all just copying each other's accounts and posting it because it's popular. Hi, guys. You have a question. Hi, Rose. You have a question. Please ask me. Hi, guys. Hi. Where are you guys coming in from? Hello. Guys, do you have a question? Rose Mochi, what is your question, my darling? Please ask it. So if you've asked me a question recently on one of my videos and I haven't answered it yet, ask it here because I haven't got to it yet because I've been doing so many freaking lives and I've been sitting on here for hours and hours and hours on end. I mean, last night before I went to go live for 15 minutes before I went to bed and I was still on here 2 hours later. Hi, hello from Perth, Australia. That is where I am, Louis. You keep telling me that. Tell me where you are. I bet you're around the corner from me. I'm in Dianella. So excited for another live. Yay, Sarah. Oh, we just spoke over Messenger. Hello. How can I manifest my dream life in all aspects? Oh, shit, that's a question. Love and career. Are love and career the two most important things? Okay, focus on those, darling. Okay, so whatever your thing is you're trying to manifest the most, guys, focus on those things. Focus is key. Okay, what you focus on grows. So if you're going to focus on your love life and your career, say those two things, then I want you to make up affirmations and live in the end as if you already have the love life you want and you already have the career you want. I am blissfully, happily married. You don't even have to know the person. My career is booming. I love what I do for a living. Okay, they can be affirmations that you use. They are general in a sense, but they are affirming that what you have already, you love. You have the relationship already. You are blissfully, happily married to my ideal man. I love my career. It is amazing. I wake up every day, jumping out of bed, ready to go. It doesn't have to be that long. That's too long. But just affirm those things. Then visualize a scene with your person. Visualize a scene in your career, being happy, receiving a prize, being lauded for all the work you do, okay? So you don't have to know exactly what it is, just affirm for the generalized thing and live in the end, that's the key, that you already have the career, you already have the love of your life. Thanks for following me, guys. Hang on, I'm scrolling up. Oh, what's happened? It's gone very slow. I've just pressed something. Oh, God, I've started typing by accident. Hello from Czech Republic. Oh, I've been there. I went to Prague for 5 days. It was so lovely. I loved it. When's the best time or place to do affirmations and manifesting? Well, darling, you're manifesting all day long, but affirming, you can do whenever your brain is idle. Whenever you're not having to actually concentrate on work or something, okay, or something that requires you not chopping your hand off, like operating heavy machinery, affirm. You're meant to be doing it to replace your subconscious negative thoughts, guys. So it's not just meant to be something that you do first thing in the morning and first thing at night, although you can do it then because that's when you're most drowsy and your subconscious is most saturatable, okay, because you're kind of half asleep. But I would do it morning, noon, night. I would have a schedule. I would do it whenever a negative thought pops in, and I would do it whenever I'm idle, washing dishes, doing exercise, changing the baby. Do it when you're just drifting off into nothingness land, when you're daydreaming. That's when you should be affirming, guys. And then your manifestations will come quicker because you're saturating your mind quicker and getting rid of those shitty negative thoughts quicker. Can I ask something? Do you think two ex-lovers can still be friends? Well, my ex-boyfriend is just texting me right now from England. And we are very good friends. No lockdown, so lucky. He's just, oh God, it's a big long message. It's a fucking huge long message. I'll get back to you later. I'm live on TikTok. He just sent me a 50-page essay. We're friends. I'm friends with all my exes. What do you mean? Of course you can, darling. Just affirm that I stay friendly with everyone I've ever been with. Everyone wants to be my friend. Is that what you were asking? Do you think ex-lovers can still be friends? I'm friends with all my, honestly, except for one who's a lunatic. I shouldn't affirm that. He's probably fine. But I'm friends with all of them, darling. Just affirm that they are. You're friendly with everyone you've ever met. Everyone loves to be around you. Okay? New Zealand. Hi. Do you think it's good to manifest during Mercury retrograde? I don't believe in that shit, darling. But if you do, then it will affect you. So just don't believe in it and then it won't fucking affect you. Seriously. Astrology and all the planets aligning and all this stuff, if you believe in it, it will affect you. It's your belief that affects you, darling. It's like talking to a crystal and thinking it's doing something. It's just a placebo. You have a belief in that affecting you. Therefore, it will affect you. And you will give meaning to anything bad that goes on in your day during that time, thinking it's got to do with Mercury retrograde when all you're really doing is putting meaning on bad things that happened during that time. You're not doing that the other times when Mercury retrograde isn't happening. You get it? Hi, guys. 26 people. I can manifest small things, a black cat, a lost key, but other things I fail. That's because you think they're bigger and you think they're harder, so you have more resistance. Guys, there's no such thing as big and small. It's just more resistance to it. It's harder to get my specific person back, but I can find my keys. Okay? Stop thinking it's hard, not hard, small, big. Okay? Some people have no resistance at all to being uber wealthy. They find that easy. Other people, most people, find it very hard because of their habitual thinking about money that they've had in their brain their whole lives, and their parents are saying, money doesn't grow on trees. You've got to save. You've got to work hard to live. Can't just do what you love. You've got to work hard for money. You've had that shit in your brain where the people who are uber wealthy and especially like the trust fund babies who just have money coming to them, they don't even question money because it's always been there and no one's ever told them that money doesn't grow on trees. They know they're a money magnet. It literally has come to them their whole lives. Then the people who acquired money and made themselves rich have that thinking. That's how they got rich in the first place. They didn't have resistance to it. Okay, guys? Stop having resistance to it and calling things small. How quickly can I affirm for contact with him to come, darling? The sooner you saturate your mind with it, the sooner you convince yourself that you're already together, the sooner you'll get the contact. But if you try and affirm for contact but keep saying, why hasn't he texted me? It's taken so long. You're just telling your subconscious mind, oh, okay, you want it to take longer? Okay, good. I'll do that. Your wish is my command, guys. It's hearing everything you're saying. It hears every single thought you have and it outpictures it for you. So if you keep saying it's taking a long time, that's what it will give you, a longer time. How do you manifest something big like a house? Guys, do you hear what I just said? I know you probably just put your question. Stop saying big and small. Nothing is bigger or smaller. It's just your resistance to it. You think it's a big thing because it's a house. But it should be no more big than a cup of coffee being given to you for free. But you don't think it's going to be hard to get a free cup of coffee at Starbucks when you walk in there, but you do think it's going to be hard to get a new house. Stop thinking things are hard, guys. Your belief about things, what you're telling your subconscious mind out pictures, so it becomes more hard. It becomes big. See what I'm saying? Then affirm that I love my new house. I love my new house. And imagine your house now is that house. Be there. Here. There. There is here. This is what Neville calls it. You imagine that where you are here is there. Imagine you are living there now. Imagine your kitchen is that kitchen, your dream kitchen. Imagine your front door is that dream front door and you're opening it every day when you're opening your shitty front door. Okay? What do you think about angels? Don't believe in them, darling. But I see spirits or feel spirits, so if it's the same thing, yeah. How do you manage... hang on, I've missed a few. Why won't this scroll up? What's going on? There's too many questions. A lot of celebrities manifested their fame. Oh, a lot. You know why? That enormous self-belief. I know a lot of people have become famous and they all believed in themselves, especially the ones who weren't very talented. Sam Worthington. He hasn't got any fucking talent. Look how famous he is. Great advice. Thank you. You're welcome. You don't believe in astrology? Not really. Look, I understand that everyone's got different personality traits based on astrology and all that stuff. And I used to believe in it a lot. But when I learned that your thoughts create reality, I thought, oh, hang on. Well, if I think I believe in it, then it affects me. If I decide I don't believe in it anymore, it doesn't affect me. The end. So guys, you can just believe in whatever you want to believe. I relate to it so much. Well, darling, if you relate to it, then it works for you. Oh, yeah, I relate to being a Virgo. Like, I'm a real Virgo. I'm a pain in the ass. I'm perfectionist. I notice really little details and other people don't notice it. But then I'm not a neat freak and I'm not all the other characteristics. So, I don't know. I'm a part life 22. I'm definitely that. A part life 22 is someone who can manifest things easily. And now I'm sitting here doing a manifestation account. Hi, guys. 35 people. So basically everything you think and believe becomes your reality. Yes, darling. You're dominant. The things you most think, most of the time, most frequently throughout your life, manifest. That's how this shit works. You are saturating your subconscious mind all day long with 70,000 thoughts. How many of those are negative? They outpicture easier than the positive shit, really. Hi, guys. Love your positive energy. Hi from Norway. Wow, I lived in London. I never got to Norway. My cousin lived there. They loved it. Hi, Loz. What new series do you have coming up? Oh, I was going to post the How to Manifest Your Ex back series, but I actually want to do a box set kind of like series that you can purchase to go with that, a big long one that elaborates on what I've said. And I've done so many freaking lives this week, I don't have time to make it. So I'm going to sit down and make that tomorrow because I've got a couple of client calls. But when I finish those, I will make that series. Once I've made it, I'll straight away post that one. What other series do I have coming up? I'm also going to make a self-concept series. Okay? So I don't know which one I have coming up yet, Paul. Sorry, I don't have an answer. But guys, if you want one-to-one coaching, please do DM me. Just don't DM me about anything else because I can't read the messages because they're too long. Oh, God. So many people. 44 people. I can't. Oh, you're welcome, darling. And Anna Jasmine. I can't stop grieving over my dad. How can I rise above the sadness? Oh, darling. Oh, Mare Bear 67. Darling, cry it out. Let it all out. Don't try and hold on to grief. If you hold on to grief, it makes it worse. But just remember, darling, we're all spirits. They're still here. I know that's really hard to believe, but I've got a spirit in my house. It's no shit. My bedroom, I go into my bedroom, it stinks of perfume at night. Like this. Whoosh. Whoosh, like someone's spraying it near my head. It's so strong. My SP, even he noticed it and he was like, what the fuck is that? Are you spraying something? It's that strong. Now, a lady used to live in this house and she died of cancer. She didn't want to leave. My other house, a 100-year-old lady died in that house. She didn't want to leave. She rang the doorbell all fucking day long. Big Ben used to play all the time. The doorbell did not ring Big Ben. It just rang ding dong. But she used to play Big Ben, Big Ben, Big Ben, and I just come back from London. And I thought, what are you trying to tell me, to go back to London or something? Then when she gave up on the doorbell, she started ringing the fucking fire alarm, and it would go off 6 or 7 times. She drove me crackers, but it was almost always at a time when I needed to have an answer for something, the fire alarm would go. When I was in a crisis, she'd do the fire alarm. It was hilarious. So, darling, he's still here. I know that's really hard to believe, but talk to him. Tell him how you feel. Talk to him every day as if he's still here, because he is. Does that make you feel any better? Probably not. The guy I was talking to has gone completely cold on me and not sure how to turn it around. Well, darling, stop saying he's gone cold on you for a start. What you think dominantly manifests. Are you dominantly thinking he's gone cold on you? Hence, he'll go cold on you. Did you start thinking prior to him going cold on you, I wonder if he likes me. Oh, God, I hope he texts me back. I hope he doesn't leave me on red. I wonder if he's looking at other girls. And then it outpictured. Guys, your dominant thoughts create. If you were thinking shitty thoughts while you were sending the texts, hoping that they would text, hoping you wouldn't get rejected, guess what happens? You get rejected. That's how this shit works, guys. So stop that negative thinking. Start thinking, he and I are together. We are blissfully, happily coupled up. He loves me so much. He can't wait to call and text me. He is obsessed with me. Think those things, darling. Ding dong, I'm a farmer daddy. Okay. I love your energy. Thanks. Hi from California. I love your videos. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, I've been there. He's thinking of me right now. Yes, darling. Say that to yourself. It is true. If you say it is, it is. Oh, Mare Bear, you'll be okay. Yes, darling. We're all sending you love through here. Oh, it's hard when someone dies, isn't it? It's just a shit. You're my favorite manifestation TikTok account now. Darling, do you know what my affirmation was the week I started this? I am everyone's favorite manifestation TikToker. And you just said it. Manifestation is perfect. And affirmations, if you say them enough, work. And you know what happens? Everyone is you pushed out, and they will start to parrot back to you what you've been affirming. And you just did. And that is proof that they work. Everyone, read that comment. It's exactly what I was saying to myself. Thank you, darling. For proving a point and for saying that. Can I completely control my SP's idea of me? Yes, darling. You can. They don't have any free will. They are only based on your dominant assumptions about you, them, and the situation. If you think he loves you, he will have to outpicture that. If you think he's obsessed with you, he'll start getting obsessed with you. If you think he's thinking about you all day long, he will start fucking thinking about you like you put a spell on him. 54 people. Wow, that's the most people I've ever had in a live. Thank you, guys. How exciting. This is like my 4th day of lives. It's just crazy. Okay, sorry, I've got 15 new messages. I'm crapping on. Hang on, I'm scrolling. Oh, God, it's going so fast. You shared a live video. Oh, thanks for sharing, guys. I really hope so. I've never done anything like this before. Juicy Jules, listen to me. You are manifesting all day long. All these people on TikTok who are telling you that you've got to talk to fucking water or talk to a crystal or be positive to manifest, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You're doing it all day. Your dominant thoughts create all day long. Now what you're trying to do is do it on purpose, consciously. Conscious manifesting. You're becoming conscious of what you're thinking and out picturing what you actually want. Okay, darling? You're already a master at this. All of you, 55 people, you're already a master at manifesting. Now you're just going to do manifestations, create manifestations that you actually want instead of the shit that you don't want, like locking yourself out of the house like I did the other day when I thought it in the morning and in the afternoon, locked myself out. How can I manifest a tech grade scheme? What's that? A tech grade scheme. So you want to be a tech grad. Darling, just say you are. Live in the end. Live in the end as if you've graduated from whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Imagine the scene where you get your graduation certificate. If that's what you're talking about. Have I got that wrong? Hey, Jovi. Please check your IG. Something. Did you write to me on Instagram, did you, darling? I'll go check it. I'm barely on there, to be honest. Christy Moonshine, hi Christy, can you explain states? I really don't get it and how to get into the state. Right. I'm in the state right now of manifestation TikToker. That's my state I'm in. I'm steeping myself in that state so I feel like I can expertly explain things to you guys. If I felt like I didn't know what I was talking about, I was in the state of loss of information or I didn't feel like I knew what I was talking about, then I wouldn't be able to explain this well. I've stepped into like a teacher role. Do you understand? That's all a state is. I've stepped into the state of teacher, I guess. If you want to be in the state of wealth, you steep yourself in that state. You see your life with your eyes from the state of wealth. You walk into a shop and you think, I can afford everything in here. Money comes to me quickly and easily. You don't worry about money. When you pay for something, you just pay. You don't worry about, oh shit, God, that was a lot of money. You don't get the bill at the restaurant and go, oh, hang on, now let's divvy it up. Now, did you have the lasagna? Who had the lasagna? That's what people do when they're worried about money. You know those people who go through the bill and they're fucking sitting there going, now someone had a flat white. Who had 2 glasses of wine? Someone here had 2 glasses of red wine. Who was that? Those people are in a state of poverty. They're worried about the little tiny bit of money, the second person who had the wine. I used to fucking do that. I got sick of myself. I was like, why am I doing that? Why am I being such a tight ass? That's the state of like no wealth. That's the state of money does not come to me quickly and easily. I will lose money. If you want to be in the state of health, you steep yourself in health. I am thriving. My body is constantly renewing itself. You've stepped into the state of health. A person who is poor and homeless can one day just not be poor. You can take him out of that state, pick him up, put him in a penthouse somewhere and say, look, you're no longer poor. And now he's in the state of wealth. You just transferred the state. That's all it is. The states change. Sorry, the person moves, but the states stay the same. Poverty, wealth. You just move between them. Okay? As Neville described it. The states stay the same. I have so much love to give, and I can do that as a children's nurse, but what, darling? Juicy Jules? I can't read the rest. You didn't put the rest. What pisses you off, darling? How do you manifest perfect health and healing? Darling, tell yourself that you're healthy. Tell your body every day, I'm in perfect health. My cells are rejuvenating themselves. I am thriving. Send me a notification. Oh, you're talking to each other. Tell us a joke. I don't know any. I mean, I do comedy videos, but I'm not a joke teller. Should I email instead of sign up for classes? What do you mean, darling? Should I email instead of sign up for classes? What do you mean? To me, you can do one-on-one coaching, guys. You just got to DM me in my DMs. And also, guys, make sure you follow me, Manifest Live with Loz, so you know when I go live, because I go random like this. And also follow the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, where I save all these lives and you can watch them all back, because some of them go for fucking hours. You're hearing what happened to going to sleep. I'm here and my eyes are closing. Oh, darling, go to bed. You can watch the live on Facebook when I add it. Haram listening while you sleep. Oh, hang on. I've bloody lost it. What pisses you off, darling? Tell me. Best manifesting page. Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, God, I've got 15 new messages and I can't get to them. Are you Australian? Do I sound Australian? Yes, I am, darling, I am. I lived in London for 14 years, did not acquire an accent. What if your SP comes back and tells you... Oh, sorry, I saw this question under a video. I didn't get to answer it. What if your SP comes back and tells you he wants you, but still involved with someone? How to ignore? Right. If he came back and he's still with someone else, then you had fears in the first place for him to leave. You always thought that he might leave you. You had suspicions that he was looking at someone else. You thought you weren't good enough and then he left. That's how you create a third party, with fear, okay? You are still holding the third party, the other person, in place with your negative thoughts about you. You've got to live in the end that he is with you and only you. He loves you. He told you he loved you, so go run with that. He loves me and only me. No one compares to me. I am irreplaceable. I am too important to lose. And imagine you and he are together and eventually that fucking third party will just... and he'll just be with you. But don't concentrate on them. Concentrate on the two of you together. If I try to manifest someone and someone else keeps popping up in my mind, what do? I'll tell them to piss off, darling. Don't worry about the person that keeps popping up in your mind. Just manifest the person you want. Just live in the end with the person you want. The other person will just piss off. I think that's what you're asking. She is honest and said she loves me to bits, but as a friend. Who, darling? I feel so much for her. Hang on. Oh, I've missed all these questions. Can you manifest multiple things at once? How long should you expect to wait to see results? Darling, you can manifest multiple things at once. You're doing it all day. But if you want to manifest consciously, concentrate on a few things, maybe 3 things, 4 max. House, car, career, specific person. More than that is too much to saturate your subconscious mind. And my answer for time, because everyone worries about time, is it comes at its own appointed hour. But the sooner you saturate the mind that it is done, living in the end, the sooner it will come. Oh, God. But there is a specific woman, we have a connection. She has friend zoned us. Darling, if someone friend zones you, okay, I'm going to answer this about someone friend zoning you. It's because you believe they would, because you believe that you weren't good enough. Someone can only friend zone you or reject you if you first think it. They're going to reject me. Maybe they only want to be friends. Maybe I'm not good enough to be her girlfriend. Darling, everything comes from you guys. You've got to understand that you are the cause. Your thoughts are the cause of everything in your life. How people talk to you, how they react to you, what they say to you, what they do to you. So if you've been friend zoned, you've got to get out of that space in your mind where you consider her to want you only as a friend and start saying she wants me and only me. She loves me. We are in a happy, loving relationship. And then she won't friend zone you anymore. But get that thing out of your mind that she only wants you as a friend. You're doing it with your thoughts, darling. Will I get divorced and remarried to my twin flame? Well, first of all, I don't believe in twin flames. Anyone can be your twin flame. And secondly, only you can decide if you'll get divorced and remarried. How do I know? You can fix your relationship, darling. You don't have to leave the person you're with just because it's gone to shit. It's gone to shit because of your dominant thinking, your negative thoughts. Relationships fall apart because of your insecurities manifesting themselves and the person goes away. Guys, you need to get this. It's not, you don't have to leave the person you're living with who's pissing you off. Just change the situation with your thoughts. Start thinking he loves me. Start thinking your relationship, your communication is amazing and always has been. Your relationship is perfect. It's always been perfect. And guess what? They'll start to change. But you have to change you to a person who believes that they can do this. To a person who believes that they love them. Okay? Never feel I'm good enough for anyone. Well, darling, that's the problem. Stop doing that. You are incredible. Oh, thank you. Darling, listen. Not feeling good enough is everyone's biggest problem in the world. As Oprah says, the biggest problem of the world is people feeling not good enough. Start building yourself up. Start doing my affirmations on my page, darling. The ones with the filter on the front, the ones with the blue and everything. I am irreplaceable. I'm too important to lose. I'm a queen and I'm treated like a queen. Start doing those affirmations, darling. Build your self-concept. People then in your outside world will start treating you differently. The mailman, the Uber driver, the guy serving you your dinner, your colleagues, and your specific person who you want. They'll all start treating you how you treat you. If you think you're a piece of shit, others will think you're a piece of shit. That's how it works. Guys, you need to get this. It's all you. You are the cause. You and only you. Okay? I left him 5 years ago and signed the papers and he hasn't filed them. Oh, okay. So you want a divorce. I'll tell you a very famous story about Neville Goddard. Okay, so the guy I've learned all this from. He was with a woman when they were 19 years apart. She was 19 years older than him. They got married, they had a child, and they split up soon after, but never got divorced. About 15 years later, he met a lady. She was the love of his life. He thought, oh my God, I want to marry her. She wanted to marry him. But the other woman wouldn't give him a divorce. She fled of New York so he couldn't get hold of her and serve the papers on her to get a divorce. He told his dance partner at the time, because he was a dancer, I really need to get a divorce. She was friends with the old wife and said, make yourself scarce. Neville wants to get a divorce because she liked Neville. Neville was like, fuck. I'm never going to be able to get a divorce to marry my new love. They've been separated for like 15 years. One day he was at home and he gets a letter and it says something. Oh no, he got a phone call and it said, Mr. Goddard, you need to be at the county jail, county, house, judge's, what's it called? Courthouse on this date. And he goes, oh, whatever. I thought, what's that about? Put the phone down. On the day that they'd said, he was in his casual clothes. He just got up. They said, Mr. Goddard, it would be in your best interest to be down at the courthouse right now. Your wife is on trial. His wife was on trial. My wife. I haven't seen my wife for years. She made herself scarce. He raced down there in like casual clothes, knocked on there, raced in. And they said, oh, Mr. Goddard, you're meant to be a witness in this trial. He was like, okay. They said, your wife here is on trial for shoplifting. He was like, really? She's never done anything like it in her life. Would you please tell us what kind of person she is? And he said, listen, in all my years I've known her, I've never known her to do anything like this. She's a very good person. She's never done anything like this in her life. I understand that at her age she's going through a change of life and perhaps the hormones are making her act this way. So please, judge, forgive her and let her off. And the judge said, Mr. Goddard, her having a criminal record would be grounds for you to have a divorce. I thought you wanted a divorce from this lady. I've heard you are going through divorce proceedings. You're trying to get her to divorce you. And he said, yes, but I don't want anything bad to happen to her. She then went outside and said, Neville, give me the papers, I'll sign them. That was a really good thing you did. Now, what happened there to make that so? Everything moved to make it so that she had to come back and shoplift to get into a courthouse for him to do that, for him to then say that. This is the how, guys. You can never work out the how. Okay? So just imagine if you want a divorce that the papers are signed. Or just imagine telling your friend, oh, thank fuck, he's finally signed the papers. And imagine a conversation with your friend. Imagine the party you throw when the divorce is finalised. Live in the end, darling. That's already done. Okay? You look familiar. I swear I've seen you somewhere. I'm from Dalkeith, Perth. Yes, darling, I live in Perth. And I used to go to school at St Hilda's. So you probably saw me around Dalkeith. How are you, Matto James? Mateo. Probably seen me around the Golden Triangle. She looks like a typical Australian high school teacher. Do I? God. Jesus, I hope not. You, amazing. Oh, thanks for the present. I am Karen Kardjaka. I can't read your name properly. Gone too quick. Queen, thank you. Loz is my mum. Thank you, darling. Oh, Queen Loz, thank you. Okay, I will go to your page after this. Yes, darling, go to Manifest Live with Loz. Follow me on TikTok so you know when I go live. Oh, thank you so much for all the presents, darling. 24 presents. And follow the Facebook so all the lives will go on there, darling. You are great. Oh, thank you, Shirley. Can you over-affirm? Does it become obsessive? No, darling, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to change your dominant negative thoughts, and they're obsessive. You're a piece of shit. You're fat. No one likes you. Why don't you just give up and die? You know that shit that goes on in your brain? You're trying to shut that shit off. That you have 70,000 thoughts all day, every single day. I'm 43. Times 70,000 by 365 by 43 years, guys. How many thoughts is that I've had in my lifetime? That's what you're trying to cancel out. Think about this, guys. My phone gets a software update every now and again, and sometimes I ignore it. You never get a software update. You don't get to restart. You're just stuck with that shit that you've thought from a child all the way to now. You're trying to cancel that out so you can't over-affirm. Affirming is just a new thought you're trying to replace the old shitty thought with. You can't over-affirm, okay, guys? You are the best, Loz. You've made LOA so simple to understand. Well, thank you, darling. I don't really call it LOA, but yes, thank you. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Ice Cube Addict, for sharing. How do I manifest a text or message? Darling, go and watch my video series called How to Manifest a Text. It goes for 12 videos. It's 12 minutes long. I tell you step by step how to do it. But all you need to do is imagine you live in the end already with that person. You're already together. Unless you don't want a relationship with them. That's just your boss. You want your boss to send you a text about something. But imagine you already have the text. But imagine you already are with them. Imagine they're constantly calling and texting you. Affirm. He is constantly calling and texting me. Fuck, he's obsessed with me. I can't get away from his texts. He's texting me all fucking day long. I just turn my phone off. This is, is this not LOA, what do you call it? Okay, so I call it law of assumption. That's what Neville Goddard called it. Not law of attraction. You're not attracting anything. You're assuming shit in your mind and out pictures. It's not attracting, guys. Law of attraction is not really a thing. What they're describing in The Secret is thinking and then it manifests something. They say, think it, let it go, and the universe provides. Well, no, it's not that. Your subconscious mind thinks, it out pictures. The end. What they're describing is some kind of letting go bullshit. But you're not really. You're just not worrying about how it comes about. You're allowing your 3D to conform to your assumptions. Everything is your assumptions, guys. It's all your thought. You got given a subconscious mind for a reason, an imagination for a reason. It's there to create for you. No one's attracting anything, okay? Just get that LOA stuff out of your head. It's basically called law of assumption. I just call it manifesting. Mood. Yes, it is a mood. This whole life's a mood. My lives are always moods. They're fun moods with all you people. You're all so lovely. Do you script? Not really. I have a journal. I should bring the journal out. I keep saying I have a journal and you guys keep asking me for it because it says inner voices on the front. It's pretty funny. A friend and I got into law of assumption, or just manifesting, probably about 10 years ago, and she bought me this journal. And I write in there sometimes. But when you're scripting, guys, you can script, but you've got to think it at the same time as writing it down. You can't just write it. You've got to think the thought whilst writing, okay? But do scripting. If it works for you, it works for you. The friend zone woman was calling, FaceTiming me for hours, day after day, sexting, etc. Well, then she likes you, darling, so assume she does. If I manifest something bad to happen to someone, would something bad happen to me? Well, that is the golden rule, actually. That's what Neville calls the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. So it's probably not best to wish harm upon someone because it will actually reverberate back to you. Okay, because you've sent that out, just come back. It will reflect. Your bad thought will reflect to you. Thoughts on scripting. I think I just did that one. What have you manifested? Oh, fuck, my whole life, dude. Most of it was shit. I'm now learning how to manifest properly, but I've manifested a whole lot of crap I didn't want. Okay, but I did manifest my new car recently on no credit and this house and my SP and my cat being well when she's 19. Can you please tell us again what's the difference between visualizing and fantasizing? Okay, fantasizing is, I would love it if that happened. God, I wish we were together. I'm dreaming a little image. It's like daydreaming. It's like longing. You're still creating a picture. Visualizing, you're creating a picture, but you imagine it's done. You imagine you're living in the end in your mind. It's already done. You've got steeping yourself in the feeling of completion, naturalness. I am that. I am married. Yeah, we are married. You're not longingly thinking, I wish you would marry me. You're saying, I am married. So there's really no difference between the picture. It's just the intent behind it. One is, I am already married. One is, I wish I was married. Kind of. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? So we are trusting, not letting go. Yes, darling, you're trusting yourself that you have the power to create what you want, not the universe. The universe isn't doing shit for you. Air doesn't do stuff. People do. They will move to make it so. They will conform to your assumptions. No one has free will in your reality, guys. They can only conform to your assumptions about you, them, and situations. Have I missed questions? Yes, I have. Loz, make a Zoom call. Yes, I was thinking if you join my Facebook group, guys, Manifest Live with Loz, it is private, so you just have to answer some questions. Just say you saw me on TikTok so I know you're not a spammer, okay? And then I might start doing Zooms in there. I've never done Zoom. Have you guys seen the Zoom with the cat? The guy going, I am here live. I am not a cat. Have you seen it? It's so funny. I've never laughed so hard about anything on the internet my whole life. We manifest everything. But now we are consciously manifesting. This is what people forget. Yes, Helen. You got it. Facebook request made. Thank you, darling. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, the cat. Look up, put in cat Zoom. It's the funniest shit you'll ever see in your whole life. It's a guy trying to be really serious in a meeting and he's got a cat filter on. It's so funny. And he's in like a courthouse judge in a trial and he's got this cat filter. It's the funniest shit you've ever seen in your whole life. Mindset needs to change on my end, I feel. Yes, darling, it's all your mindset. It's all your mind is out picturing to her and she's only reflecting back your shitty negative thoughts. So stop thinking that shit. Serious. Guys, if you're really confused about this, please go back down my page and watch the videos that start on part 1 of how to manifest properly. It's got a black heading. Go through the whole thing and you'll understand law of assumption by the end in 12 minutes. Okay? Really watch it. Any more questions, guys? My ex and got separated because of a third party. Is it best to manifest him back to me? Yes, darling, you can. Don't think about the third party. You created the third party with your fear that he would leave you or she would leave you. So now, or him, it's a him. So now just assume you are both back together. You are back together. You are happily married. He is blissfully happily with you. Don't even think about the third party. Don't even give them life. Go and do my affirmation. My affirmations. I am irreplaceable. I am too important to lose. There's no girl in the whole world like me. Go and say those over and over and over again because that's getting rid of a third party. You're not concentrating on the third party. You're just concentrating on you two together. If you concentrate on the third party and think about her, you're giving the bitch life. You're keeping her alive. You're keeping the bitch alive. Stop thinking about her. Once you get into a relationship again, how do you keep it with which affirmations? Okay, I had to do that because my subconcept was still shitty when my SP came back because I lost him and got him back. I had to say things like, he loves me and only me. I just affirm in my mind, standing in the kitchen while he was in the bedroom. He loves me and only me. I'm the love of his life. We're blissfully, happily married. I am a master at this. Okay, I've got this. We are together. You've got to keep reminding yourself, guys, of your power, that what your thoughts create. So stop thinking negative thoughts. Think, he is here. Therefore, he wants to be here. He's showing me the 3D world. He's back. Okay, good. Now affirm the end you want. We are happily married. He loves me so much. He cannot be without me. Okay? Live in the end, even if you aren't at your end yet, even if you aren't married yet, you live in the end while they're there with you. Okay? I enjoy listening to you. Oh, thank you, darling. Women deserve a good beating to keep them in line, to change my mind. Timothy, you're a dick. Go away. Is that Italian drink? Or it's actually just water, darling. I keep reusing my glass bottle because I don't want to use plastic. If you're living in the end, do you still visualize daily regarding an SP? That's an interesting question. So visualizing daily might seem like you're not living in the end because you're going back to the scene. So just whatever feels right for you, darling. I sometimes visualize a nice scene and go back. But if you're already living in the end and you're imagining a scene that happens in your future, because it has to be in your future. So if you're living in the end and you're married and I imagine a nice scene like we go on a holiday together or our first child being born, that's part of living in the end, isn't it? I'm not doing like what happened yesterday or what's happening tomorrow with him. I'm doing way in the future. Scenes, guys, for your living in the end visualization should really be in the future, the distant future. If you want to be married, imagine after your wedding. If you want to have a child, imagine the child, not the pregnancy, okay? I'm manifesting him, but feel sad when I'm seeing him online, not texting me. What do I do? Now, darling, that's you being bothered by the 3D reality. Let me explain what 3D is. Your 3D world, oh, thank you, Sandy. Your 3D world is a reflection of your old thinking. Your old thoughts have been manifested out, but it's old. It's an echo. Hello. I'm a piece of shit. 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 And then people treat you like a piece of shit. It's an echo. Okay? So your 3D is old. So when you look at your 3D reality and something's making you sad, just remember, I created that. Oh, yeah, I did that with my shitty thoughts. How about that? I can change it. I'm changing you. My screensaver says, fuck you, 3D. Oh, it's got TikTok things all over it. Fuck you, 3D. I'm changing you. I created you. I'm changing you. So when you feel sad, let the sadness out, cry it out, and then go, oh, he's going to text me because I said so, because I'm fucking powerful. Then you start affirming. He is constantly calling and texting me. He's obsessed with me. We are together. Okay, live in the end of him already calling and texting you, darling, and don't feel sad about the 3D. Oh my God, just thought, I hoped her horrid girlfriend would let her go, and 1 month later she did. Yes, darling, you're powerful. Gotcha, you're the best. Thank you, darling. I'm having difficulty visualizing. I'm just constantly affirming. Is that fine? Darling, some people visualizing doesn't work for them. So don't bother. If you're just affirming, that's absolutely fine. You're still living in the end. You're saying, I am this, I am that. We are happily married. Fine. Let's do that. It works just as well. Is it bad to manifest my ex if he's living now with his third party? No, darling. If you want him, you can have him. None of this bullshit about not meant to be and bad and all this crap. They were with you already, remember? He must have loved you at some point. Do you teach science? No, I don't, darling. I used to have to teach all kinds of crap when I was a substitute teacher. I had to teach Bengali at one point. Do you have a YouTube channel? No, Jane. I wasn't going to start one because I only started this 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't planning on starting one because I watch a lot of YouTubers, really good ones about law of assumption like Sammy Ingram, Pluto's Gate, Create Your Future. And so I don't really want to shit on their channels because I watch them and I learn from them. So I thought I'd just do TikTok and the Facebook page and coaching if you guys want it, only because people were asking me for coaching. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I've coached so many people this week already. One-to-one video coaching, guys, if you want it, DM me. You are a mood. Thank you. What kind of mood? What kind of mood am I tomorrow? I'd hate to think. Christ. What is two people are manifesting the same person? What happens? I just posted a video about this, darling, called Two People Manifesting One Person. It doesn't matter. You're in your reality and they're in theirs. Whatever the fuck they do in their reality is none of your business. You're manifesting your person. That's it. Doesn't matter what they do. And I don't care if they're Zen and the biggest manifester in the world, master at it. You will still win. It's your reality. You've got to get your head around this. There's parallel realities. We're all in separate ones. Whatever you do in yours, whatever they do in theirs doesn't affect you. I know it's hard to get your head around, but it's a quantum physics. I've manifested this live into life. I'm on track. Yay! Thank you so much, dear. You're welcome. You still didn't tell me what kind of a mood I am tomorrow. Esthetician 98. I feel guilty manifesting my person because he has a girlfriend. Oh, fuck the girlfriend. Guys, you can have, and do anything you like. If you want them, you can have them. Hey, she can be off in her own reality having him still. You just have him in your reality. Don't worry about it. I know that sounds weird, but don't feel guilty about it, darling. If you feel guilty, say that bullshit thing they say in LOL about for the higher good or to harm to no one or whatever the fuck they say. You don't have to do that. But if you want to say that, if you feel bad affirming that he's in love with you and he's with you and only you and wants you and only you and he's happily married to you, say with harm to no one or whatever that thing is they say. And then you won't feel guilty. She'll go off and find someone better that she likes better, that suits her better. Period. Yes, darling. Unless you're talking about having a period. I feel guilty. Oh, hang on. Any more questions, guys? Have I missed you? You're incredible. Oh, thank you, Jules, Juicy Jules. Any more questions that I've missed? Because of distance and pandemic, he had third party and got a responsibility with her. Okay, guys, so I know that the pandemic's really, really affected a lot of people in terms of long distance, okay? People are separate from each other. I'm just going to mute this dickhead. Sorry, guys. Hang on. This person's a loser and they've got to go. Yes, you're gone. Goodbye. So what I'm saying is about long distance. I know it's really hard when you're in one country and they're in the other with COVID at the moment, but darling, nothing can stop your manifestation from coming about if you live in the end. If you live in the end and imagine you two are together, nothing can stop it coming about. Not COVID, not distance, not them being with another person, nothing. Circumstances don't matter, okay? Keep saying that to yourself. They don't matter. You create the circumstances. What if the ex and his third party is pregnant? Is it still okay to still manifest? Darling, I know this is like a moral thing and you're feeling guilt, but you can have, be, and do anything you want. You just got to get your head around that. And I know it sounds bad, but do you want what you want or don't you? This question, Loz. What question? What question? Do you still wear a G-string ever? Simple question. What in the world? Yes, mine. Back up a bit. Oh, hang on. Where is your energy, Juice? Your energy. Where's your question, Juicy Jules? I'm glad I found you today. Oh, thank you. I love your attitude. Love yours too. Brittany Key. Haha. Fuck the girlfriend. Yes, exactly. I've manifested this. Hang on. Well, but if I've missed your question, guys, do it again because this is moving so fast. I can't keep up. Are you supposed to imagine the ending constantly or just once and trust the process? No, darling. I mean, look, if you do it once, that's some LOA bullshit. If you do it once and you've totally saturated your subconscious mind that you're already married to the person, sure. But you wake up in the morning, find them not in the bed and go, oh, fuck, where are they? When are they coming? Why won't you text me? If you're doing that, then you can't just do it once. That's some LOA shit about letting go and allowing. Please forget about all that bullshit. You've got to saturate your mind, guys. That's why affirmations sometimes is easier, because reliving a scene over and over seems fake sometimes, because you think, oh, I've already thought of this. But you just keep affirming, we are happily married, we're happily married, John and I are happily married, we are happily married. God, John loves being married to me. He loves being my man. It doesn't feel so involved, like going back to a scene. So you have to keep saturating your mind, guys, until you feel natural about it, till the visualization feels natural, that you really are married. Got to get this, guys. Letting go doesn't work. I'll say it again. Letting go doesn't work. Ever. If it's worked for anybody, they've done this. They've let go of the old story about the situation and themselves, and they've allowed it to come about in its own way. But they haven't stopped thinking about it. Feels alien to be happy because of past mistakes and decisions. Well, get over that shit. That's the point of life, isn't it, to feel happy? What's the point of being here if you're not going to feel happy? I wonder why my happy and berating thoughts battle in my mind. Happy one minute, next I'm isolating. Well, darling, stop telling yourself that. When I used to have depression and anxiety, I kept telling everyone I had depression and anxiety. Why was I doing that? I was affirming it. Hi, brain, be depressed. Be anxious. You're telling your subconscious what you are, and it will listen to it. What do you want to be? Oh, you want to have a battle in your mind. Okay, I'll give you a fucking battle. Done. Tick. Your wish is my command. Stop saying that, guys. You're literally decreeing a thing, guys, when you say this shit in the question. I know you're asking a question, but stop describing yourself in a way you wouldn't want to be. To stop describing others in a way you want to be. If you're like in love with someone and you're angry at them about the way you broke up, and then you talk to your friend and you say, he was a fucking asshole. You're decreeing that he's an asshole. You're literally painting that version of him still. Why would you do that? If you want him back, don't see him as an asshole. See what I'm saying? I'm focusing on being whole without needing anyone else. Am I manifesting being alone? No, darling. You're working on your self-concept. Okay, work on you. Put yourself up on the pedestal, and then people will just come into your life. Being whole and not being needy is a good thing. But don't, wish yourself alone. I've been told I need to go on meds because of my anxiety and I don't want to. Well, darling, start concentrating on getting your negative thoughts harnessed. Okay? And then you can decide if you want to take the meds. You don't have to. Doctors dish out meds for anxiety and depression like fucking lollies, but they don't bother to send you to a shrink or a psych first. It's disgusting, actually. They do it for ADHD in kids as well. They should send them to a counsellor and not give them ADHD medicine. It just makes me very angry. But I'm learning a lot from you today. Oh, darling, great. Feels selfish to be happy. Well, get over that shit. Who told you that in childhood? Some fucked up person did something to you in your childhood, darling, told you being happy is a bad thing. Fuck. Or you watch something going on, someone being extra overly giving and was an overgiver, and so you thought that's what you had to do. No, darling. You're here to have your life. Yourself. If that's selfish, well, so be it. How would you go about manifesting your dream body, darling? Affirm you have it already. I love my body. It's my fucking dream body. Everyone comments on how gorgeous I look. Look in the mirror and see that body. Well, that's hard sometimes. Affirm. I love my body just the way it is. It is gorgeous. Hear people on the phone telling you imaginary conversation with your friend. God, your body is looking amazing at the moment. What have you been doing? Okay, watch my video on physical appearance changes. I just posted it. It's about 5th video back. Okay? Juicy Jules, does that make sense what I just said? You are chasing my life. I'm so thankful for all your advices. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm changing. Oh, lovely. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. What's your thoughts on vision boards? They're a load of shit. Okay, the reason why I say vision boards are a load of shit is this. You're literally just putting a picture on a board and looking at it. Great. Going about your day. Unless you stare at each individual picture and imprint it in your subconscious mind, that dream house. I live there. Yes. I can see myself walking around that house, I opening the door to that house, buying that house. If you're just staring at a picture, it doesn't do shit. Okay? The people who've got vision boards and out-pictured in their mind, they've really thought they live in that house. They've really thought they've got their wedding dress on. They've really thought they have that partner. It's impressing your subconscious mind, guys. So literally, Instead of doing a vision board, just imagine your house, imagine your partner, do it in your mind. That's what our pictures, not the vision board. Plus, if you're looking for vision board pictures, you have to go through 10,000 magazines or 10,000 things on Google to find it. Just imagine it. Your imagination is infinite, guys. Use it instead of a vision board. That's my answer. Do you let your SP know you're manifesting him? No, darling. Jesus, you'll think you're a witch. No, darling, you don't. I have my dad's funeral tomorrow. Oh, he was an abuser, confused with grief and relief. Oh, well, darling, that's where all this fucking shit is coming from. See what you just said before about you feel like it's yourself, like being happy is being selfish? Well, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. If he was that kind of person, let him go and start afresh, my darling, and be happy. Okay? Off your chops. Who's off your chops? How long did it take you to manifest your SP back? A month. I have, hang on. And the other one, a month. The one I got back while I was with him. I got my ex back accidentally. I didn't want him back, but he came back and he hung around for 7 fucking months. Wouldn't go away. If you're on good terms with your SP, talk sporadically. Do you tell him you're manifesting him? No, darling. No. Why would you? Nothing you do in the 3D helps you. You don't tell someone what you're doing. You don't ask someone where you stand. You don't have the relationship talk. You live in the end in your mind. Having the relationship talk, asking them where you stand, telling them, I'm trying to get you back, is not going to fucking help you. In fact, it will spectacularly backfire in your face. Don't do anything in the 3D, I'm begging you. I did it with my SP. I had a relationship talk with him and I wish I'd never fucking done it. It really fucked things up for us. And I had to really undo it. Don't do that, guys. And don't tell them you're manifesting them. They'll think you're crazy. Most people don't understand this stuff, guys. They don't understand their mind creates. They think you're a witch or crazy or you've lost your mind or they laugh at you. Best not to discuss it with anyone. Most people are asleep. Leave them asleep. Astrology stopped making sense when I started to understand Neville. Yes, darling. Oh, you read Neville? Yay! Or listen to him. I love listening to his lectures. He makes me feel good. It's astrology. He's got that great story about the astrologer who did the person's reading and it flew out the window and she didn't realise. And when the person came in for the reading, she picked up somebody else's reading, read it to him. His life turned out exactly like that. And then years later, she went and found it and realised it was someone else's reading that she was reading to him. Hang on. I'm missing things. Guys, none of us message our SP first. They are already messaging us. Yes, Ice Cube Addict. Darling, you can affirm for them to contact you. You don't have to reach out and contact them. You don't have to reach out and tell them you're manifesting them. Wow, 54 people here. Hi, guys. Good morning. It's evening here. Wow, thank you. You're welcome. Being a children's nurse brings me so much joy. Well, darling, that's excellent. My husband lost his job and got a new one with much lower salary. How do we get this better? Darling, affirm that money is coming to you quickly and easily. Imagine him getting a raise. Imagine him ringing you and saying, oh my God, you won't believe it. I've just got this huge bonus. I've just got a promotion. Imagine a scene where he tells you that, or imagine a phone conversation. Okay? But just affirm money is coming to him quickly and easily and to you. That money is no object. That you're a money magnet. Okay? But live in the end in your mind that he's already got the raise. He's already earning more money and it will come about. Can we keep you a secret? If there's a lot of people on this live, you'll get spammed in comments. Oh, will I? Is that what happens? I don't know. I've only been on TikTok 2 weeks and 4 days. I don't know what happens in here. I have to get a moderator. Maybe that's why I'm so messed up. Yes, darling, your childhood messes people up. So much child abuse and a disappointed mum. Guys, I went to therapy. The therapy I did for 6 months was so extreme and it was based on your first 0 to 7 years. Scientifically, in psychology, they say, and they've discovered, that the first 7 years of your life form all your beliefs. All of them. By the time you're 7, you're fucked. If your childhood was fucked by the age of 7, you are then fucked. And you have to undo all that fucked up thinking and all those beliefs and all those things you saw and witnessed and experienced after you're 7. Because it impresses your subconscious mind. They say that by the time you're 35, your subconscious runs 95% of your life. So you guys, you can undo it with this stuff. I learnt more from I changed my life more manifesting and doing affirmations on top of my negative thinking and changing my negative thinking than 6 months of intense therapy. Because therapy taught me what I was thinking, but it didn't tell me how to fix it. It just told me to accept it. This is what you do, and accept it. It didn't tell me how to change it. Put your affirmations on top of your negative thinking. Every time you have a negative thought, shut up, Karen. No, he loves me and only me. No, I'm not fat. I am beautiful. Okay? Got to jump in on those negative thoughts. They are there from childhood. They're a parent's voice or a fucked up teacher's voice or a sibling who bullied you's voice. That's where your negative voices are, guys. They're like people in your mind. Tell them to fuck off. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Maybe I should push anxiety aside and go, yes, darling. Jesus, I'm still 18. God, fuck, I wish I was 18. Inner child work. Well, not necessary, but yes, if you want to. I have been referred to therapy twice from work, but keep cancelling. Well, darling, go and do it if it's going to make you feel better. I mean, therapy helps, guys, depending on the therapist. My therapy was called schema therapy. It's very, very new and quite controversial, and it uses a lot of manifestation techniques like revision, going back in your past. It was very hard going, and a lot of people left, but it was amazing. But manifestation taught me more. It helped me to be vulnerable and accept myself, but it didn't teach me how to actually replace my negative thinking. Hang on. Oh, God, I've scrolled too far up. My therapist told me to dump the negative thoughts I told her about you, and she loves your thoughts. Really? Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm glad a therapist agrees with me and doesn't tell me I'm a nut. That's good. That's great. A lot of therapists don't believe in manifestation, but what I'm really talking about really is why I say I don't think I'm a manifesting page. I think I'm talking about subconscious thinking, which is manifesting. So that's probably why she agrees with me. Or him. 4X, saying he calls them every day. Now he doesn't see them 10 days out of 14. Darling, I'm confused by your question. 4X, saying he calls them every day. Now he doesn't see them 10 days out of 14. Is there another question attached to that? I can't understand that one. How do you affirm for anxiety and depression? Well, first of all, Amelia, stop saying you've got anxiety and depression. You're literally affirming that you have it. Stop saying that. Okay? Secondly, start realizing you can change your subconscious thinking with affirmations and visualizations and live in the end of who you want to be. Okay? Whenever you have a dominant negative thought, it jumps in, you jump in with your affirmation. You're not beautiful, you're ugly. I am beautiful and I'm perfect just the way I am, and everyone loves me just the way I am. Shut up. You tell that voice to shut up, and you come up with affirmations to counter that negative shit. Write down all your negative thoughts. Write affirmations that are a complete opposite, and every time you have that negative thought, jump in with your affirmation, darling. It's your mental diet. You've got to do it all day long and get rid of that negative shit. I had one of my clients practice attracting certain colour while playing Uno, and he was amazed. He's 7. What you taught the kid to attract a certain colour Uno card. Oh, mindfulness helped me with my anxiety and depression. Yes, darling, mindfulness. That's what this is. You're being mindful of your thoughts. That's all guided meditation is trying to do, guys. It's trying to get you to turn those off by just concentrating on your breathing. But what I'm telling you to do is turn it off by replacing it. You can't ever get rid of those negative thoughts, guys. They will always be there. All you can do is replace them, and eventually they start to die. They give up. They're fighting you for the dominant thinking you've always had. And you're like, shut up, Karen. No, it's this. And eventually Karen goes, oh, fuck, I give up. Okay, and eventually they start to dissipate. But yes, it's mindfulness. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. Be mindful of your thoughts, and then they outpicture in your world. Your thoughts create your reality, guys. That's all manifestation is. No candles, no crystals, no fucking 55 by 5, no sage, no water that you're talking, and all this bullshit on here. Do you have any reading I can do to learn more about this? Neville Goddard. Any of his books, especially Feeling is the Secret. Joseph Murphy, his book is called The Power of Positive Thinking. Thank you, North Vibe, for your present. Anything by Florence Scovel Shinn, like Your Word is Your Wand, or what's it called? Something about The Game of Life and How to Play It. A lot of these things are on audiobook, guys, on YouTube. The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's wonderful. How often to affirm? Every damn second of the day, if you can, darling, to get rid of those negative thoughts. But, you don't have to do it all day. But anytime you have an idle thought, anytime you're just washing the dishes, playing tennis, doing something that doesn't require a lot of thinking, well, playing tennis probably does, running, swimming, waking up in the morning, when you're going to sleep. That's when your subconscious is wide open because you're half asleep. Do it then especially. 55 people. Hi, guys. Focus on problems. It's like a big tree in a wide field. Go round the tree and leave it behind. Yes, darling. Great advice. Hang on. I'm missing a thing. Oh, fuck. I keep pressing. Do you have any reading? Oh, hang on. 100%. I'll thank Roy. Roy Map 67. Yes, she told me to manifest. I found you and now I believe. Oh, darling, your therapist told you to manifest? Who is this therapist and how do I meet her? That's so unusual for a therapist. Wow. She must be forward thinking. Read above. All right, darling, I'm going to divine Diana. I'm going to scroll up. 4X saying he calls me. I can see that bit, but where's the rest of it? Can I manifest my kids having a better relationship with their father? For example, saying he calls them every day, now he doesn't see them 10 days out of 14. Right, darling, you can affirm he's the best dad in the world. He loves talking to his children. My children talk to their dad every single day. Okay? Start seeing him differently, darling, because if you're seeing him as a bad dad, he will come out that way. The version you're imagining of him is what's out picturing. I know it's hard if he's being an asshole, but he's doing that because you're thinking, okay? You're thinking, God, he's a shit of a dad. He doesn't call them enough. He needs to see them more. The more you think that, the more that's what he's going to do. You have to start saying he loves his children and he does everything for them. He spends all his free time with them. He's there whenever they need him. Start making those affirmations and see him, darling, differently. And I swear to you, he will change. But you've got to change your thoughts about him first. Stop thinking he's a bad dad. Is that what you're asking me? You've got to think of him differently first and then he will change. 18 new messages. Oh, God. Hang on. Wow. I would love to be your publicist. Wow, Sandy. Thank you. I'd love to have a publicist. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, did that make sense, Diana? Okay, good. It's your version of him you're seeing. Stop seeing that version. See him as a really, really great dad. He's a wonderful dad. Have a visualization of them, your kids telling you, Dad calls me all the time. I love it. I love talking to Dad. I love spending time with Dad. Your kids can do it in your visualization. Okay? Petition for Loz to make her own book. Oh, thank you, darling. I'd love to write a book about this shit. I am actually writing a TV series. It's called Defective. But I'm doing too many lives and I'm not writing it. I haven't seen my boys for ages. Love them so much, but again, the negative, I'm not good for them. Darling, stop thinking that about yourself. You've got to harness that negative shit, Juicy Jules. Get control of those thoughts you've got going on. They're terrible. Would you talk to your best friend like that? Stop talking to yourself like that. What do you think about subliminals? I don't know about Mark Reynolds, but I don't believe in subliminals, darling, because I don't know what they're saying. Are they saying, go get me a ham sandwich? Are they saying, you're a piece of shit? Or are they saying, I love myself? I don't know what they're saying because you can't hear it. But if they work for you, do it. I'm just scrolling up, guys. It definitely takes time to switch your thoughts. Frustrating. No, darling. Affirm that it doesn't. I am a master manifester and I change my thoughts quickly and easily. I have control of my subconscious thinking. I'm a master at this. I run this shit. What I say goes. Start affirming shit like that, guys. Start affirming your power. I am the operant power. It does not operate itself. I run this shit. I'm the boss. Shut up, negative mind. I run you. Okay? I run you now. I'm the fucking boss. Shut up. Seriously. How to let go of negative thoughts. Just what I just said. Darling, replace them with the affirmations that are positive, that are the opposite. And tell Felicia, Karen, whatever you want to call that voice in your mind, to shut the fuck up every time they're doing it. Jump in, shut up, jump in with the affirmation. Tell her to shut up, jump in. Do it all day long until she shuts up. Once you get the hang of this, your life changes. Exactly, darling. I'll give you a quote from Neville Goddard. He said, if you can change if you can change your self-talk, you will change your world. Your self-talk. Guys, how we're talking to ourselves all day, we wouldn't say to our worst enemy. We say some fucking horrible shit to ourselves all day long. If you wrote it down, every single thought you had all day, you'd feel sick at the way you talk to yourself. You've got to harness that negative thinking, guys. That's all manifestation is. Changing your negative thinking into positive and outpicturing more positive 3D instead of the negative shit you've already got. Say hi, Lino. She's listening to you while she's trying to sleep. Oh, go to sleep then, darling. Do you have insight or affirmation to eliminate self-imposed blocks? Well, darling, first of all, stop telling yourself you've got a self-imposed block. You did it to yourself. Unblock yourself. Ting, I'm unblocked. Just tell yourself, I don't have any blocks. What blocks? Fuck blocks. I don't have any blocks. Stop telling yourself that, darling. All these manifestation teachers teaching you guys have got blocks and you've got to go do shadow work or some bullshit. Stop listening to that crap. Seriously, it's such bullshit. I was telling my negative thoughts off and my husband heard me, thinks I'm crazy. Yay! I'll tell you a story about Napoleon Hill, okay, because he's a great person to read as well. He talks about law of assumption, kind of. He talks about infinite intelligence. And he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. He tells you how to become rich by thinking, okay? And when he was trying to think of the title of his book, he was talking to a subconscious mind. And he was saying, now listen, subconscious, I want you to give me $1 million title. I need $1 million title for this book, and I need it now. And he's screaming in his, I need you to tell me what the title is, because he couldn't think of the title for his book. And the people in his apartment started banging on the floor and bang, shut up down there, because he was screaming so loud to his mind. He went to bed. Subconscious, you better fucking give me a title. Middle of the night, bing, wakes up. Think and grow rich. He knew exactly what it was. His subconscious was like, okay, well, fuck, we better think of a title overnight. Okay, you've yelled at us. All right. And gave him the title. He rang his publisher at 3 a.m. Oh, yeah, what is it? He goes, I've got the title. He goes, okay, give it to me. Think and grow rich. He goes, okay, that's a good one. Phone down. It was the largest selling self-help book of all time. I think it still is. Because he forced his subconscious to give him a fucking answer. Because he screamed at it. My favourite book ever. It's a great, great book. It teaches you how to have the mindset of wealth and also just a positive mindset in general in life. He talks to millions. He talks to like hundreds of rich people and asks them how they got so rich, and all of them have the same secret, which is, I think I'm rich, therefore I am. I don't doubt it. The end. And I don't worry about how it's going to come about. I just assume I'm rich. They all use their mind to become rich. Henry Ford, everyone he interviewed. All the same thinking. It's not a coincidence, guys. The 1% all think the same. And they don't want you to know this shit. They want you to be a minion, work for the man. To understand it, you must read it more than once. Yes, yeah, it's like Neville. Some of Neville's stuff is really like you put the book down, you're like, huh? And you have to pick it up again. Like watching Lost Highway or something. Neville's a lot harder to read than Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is doozy compared to Neville. Because Neville talks about the Bible all day long and you're like, huh, what's going on? Why are you talking about the Bible? I've read that book 3 times. Yeah, I'm glad you guys have read this book. I love Think and Grow Rich. It's wonderful. And actually, his lectures are really good too. Napoleon Hill's got about 6 lectures before he wrote Think and Grow Rich, or maybe it was after. No, it was after. And they're in his own voice. And he sounds like Elmer Fudd. And he's just lovely to listen to and he's funny. They're on YouTube. Put in Napoleon Hill's lectures. There's about 12 of them or something. When are you making the book videos? Oh, I'll do that, guys. I will do the book videos. God, I don't have enough time. I'm doing too many lies. People are asking me to do a video about the books they should read. I'll do a series. And I'll do a series about YouTubers to watch as well, guys. This sounds like fast track audacity. I like it. Does it? What does that mean? I love how you spoke about Abraham Hicks, bloody vortex. Oh, I tell you what, look, she's got some good points about, thinking that your mind creates, but then she goes on about vortex and contrast and shit, and it's so fucking confusing. I swear to you, she says that sort of to bring people back because they're so confused. They have to go back to the lecture and listen. They have to buy the next book because they're so fucking confused. I think it's a marketing ploy, honestly. Yes, I'd love a series. Okay, I'll do it. Any more questions, guys, that I've missed? I'm just going to scroll up. God, I keep pressing things by accident. I don't know how to use this bloody TikTok. I've only been here 2 weeks. Napoleon Hill is a man. Yes, he is. He's a great man. He was wonderful. And you know what? I'll tell you a story about Napoleon Hill. His child was born deaf. This is what I'm saying about health, guys. His child was born deaf. In the hospital, I said, Mr. Hill, we're really sad to inform you your child is probably deaf for life. He went, really? Okay. Didn't believe a word they said. He affirmed for the rest of that child's childhood that that boy could hear. His name was Blair. It was the same name as my brother. Blair can hear. Blair has perfect hearing. That kid could hear. And he technically was stone cold deaf. He started learning to listen to vibration and hear through, somehow he learned through the vibration of things to hear. He started doing it by like biting on stuff and could hear through his teeth and shit. And Napoleon was like, what is he doing? And he could hear perfectly. Because Napoleon affirmed he was not deaf. My child, I do not have an deaf child. My child can hear perfectly. And he could. Oh shit. Hang on. Guys, how do you feel about Florence Scovel Shinn? Can't remember her last name. Florence Scovel Shinn. She's wonderful. She does talk about karma a bit, which I don't really believe in, but she is before Neville Goddard. She was actually before him, and she was a metaphysical teacher who had clients, taught them how to be rich. She told people to tell themselves they had the purse jam-crammed full of, the magical purse full of money, jam-crammed full of coins, the endless purse of money. She told people how to affirm. She's excellent. Her 2 books I would listen to on YouTube, guys, are The Game of Life and How to Play It, and Your Word is Your Wand. She talks about things, your thoughts being a boomerang that comes back to you. Boomerang. Comes back. Boomerang comes back. Neville says it's a reflection. They're both saying the same thing. He's saying your thoughts are reflected out and come back to you from other people. She's saying it's a boomerang. Same thing. And they all both also talk about changing your old story about yourself and others, and then things will change. They both talk about the old story, changing self. No one to change but self. They both say those things. They're the 2 best, probably, metaphysical teachers of law of assumption. I want money at the same. You want money at the same? At the same what? At the same time? How can I manifest good grades? Well, darling, I've got a video about it called Manifest Good Grades. Go and watch it, but affirm that you already have the grades you want. Affirm that studying comes easily to you. Imagine the paper, you hand it in, imagine the score you get. Live in the state of being a great student who gets good grades all the time. Live in the state of being an A grade student. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer's here. What are you thanking me for? Are you thanking someone else? Modi is dog. What does that mean? Do you believe in spirit guides? I believe in spirits. I don't know about the guide part, guys. There's a lot of spiritual people on here asking me spiritual questions. I don't know, guys. I just know about manifestation and subconscious thinking. I don't know about angels and shit. You have to go to somebody else. I just see spirits and feel them. I don't know about guides. No idea. What do you do about timing with manifesting? Darling, you don't worry about it. Neville calls it, its appointed hour. It comes at its own appointed hour. The vision has its own appointed hour. It ripens, it will flower. If it be long, wait, for it is sure and it will not be late. Do you understand what I mean? You have the vision. It will ripen and it will flower in your 3D world. If it be long, if it's taking long, wait, for it is sure. Because you imagined, you lived in the end. It's sure, it's certain, and it will not be late. It will turn up, and it won't be late. Tell yourself that when you're worried about the timing, guys. And if you want to speed things up, affirm more. Live in the end, completely, and then it will show up. The quicker you convince your subconscious mind that you are the man or woman you want to be already, the quicker it will turn up. That's my answer. That's Neville's answer. You need spiritual talk, not manifest talk. Well, I guess it's the same. Well, spirit, I believe in the oneness of everybody, so I guess it's the same. I know, but I don't know about spirit guides. I honestly don't. Or twin flames or any of that stuff. I want this new job I've applied for, but I don't know if I'll get it. Well, darling, stop telling yourself if you'll get it or not. Tell yourself you've got it already. Live in the end. Did you hear what I said? Live in the end in your mind that you already have the job. What's the job? Tell me. I'll tell you a visualization to do for it. Your waves are lovely, by the way. What waves? I see the changes every day. Oh, you're talking about my hair? Thank you. Oh, shit. I keep pressing things by accident. Your honesty. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't help myself. I'm a bit blunt sometimes. I want money, but also I don't know what my purpose is. That's all right, darling. You don't have to know what your purpose is. Just affirm you have money. Affirm money comes to me quickly and easily. I am wealthy. I love my career. You don't have to know what it is. Just live in the end that you love it already. Live in the end that you're already wealthy. The end. Full-time abattoir factory, it's really good money. What? I know. What are you saying I know to, Jennifer? She manifested them. Oh, my curls, yeah. Well, not curls, waves. My whole family, my dad's side of the family, all have like wavy hair, and I'm the one who missed out, and I used to get so depressed about it, that I was the only one who didn't have wavy hair. It used to drive me crazy my whole life. So I thought, how do I get wavy hair? I know, I'll tell my brain. How do I figure out my purpose? I am good at manifesting, but I don't know what the hell to do. Darling, that's all right. It'll come. It'll just being one day you'll realize. Just tell yourself, I love what I do. I wake up every day jumping out of bed, loving life. I love what I do for a living. I just love it. I love it. You don't have to know what it is, darling. Eventually it will come about. Oh, I've got to find her something she loves. Better fucking go find it. What is it? Better tell her what it is. Because you're telling your subconscious mind you love it already. You're living in the end. So, darling, just live in the end that I love my career. I am so successful at what I do. I love my life. But you can be that general, darling, and your subconscious will start out picturing what it is. A bridge of incidents will come about. That's what Neville calls it, a bridge of incidents. That you won't even understand while you're crossing over it, why it's happening. And then someone will offer you something. Someone will tell you something. Someone will bring something up that you might be interested in. And you'll be like, oh, that's how it came about. Don't worry about the how. A bridge of incidents will occur once you've lived in the end. Okay? What was your biggest manifestation, please, if you don't mind me asking? People ask me this all day long. Every live. I must have repeated the same story. The people who've been on every live must be so sick of my manifested story, but I will tell you. So about a month ago, I manifested, 2 months ago now, a month and a half, I manifested a brand new car when I was just looking for a second-hand one with a small bit of money. I had no credit, couldn't get credit, and now I've got a brand new car. How did I do that? I was driving along saying, I love my new car, while I was driving my shitty old car, imagining the old car was the new car. Had no air conditioning, no lock on the door, no power steering. Manual. It was a piece of shit. I looked everywhere, but I assumed I already had the car, okay? When I moved into this house, when there was a rental crisis, I assumed I lived here. The moment I walked in, I pretended, stood in that room up there and pretended my desk was here, and I was sitting at my desk writing my television script. I imagined that. I lived in the end. I got this house over 15 other people who offered a longer lease than me, 4-year leases. I offered 12 months. And they offered more money than me, and I got the house. Why? Because I lived here already in my mind. Okay? Manifesting. I'm so stressed about my exams. How can I help my situation? Well, stop saying you're stressed. You're affirming your stress by saying the word I'm stressed. Stop saying it. Say, God, I loved how easy my exam was. That exam was so easy to do. And then imagine you passing your exam in the score you want to get. Okay? Just live in the end that you've already done the exam and you aced it. You aced it. I'm the best at this. I'm the best at this subject, whatever it is. I'm so good at, algebra. Manifesting a certain location for my shop. It's expensive, but I know it's mine already. So you're trying to find a location, darling, or you found it? Stop thinking it's going to be expensive. Something could happen where someone pays for it for you. Or the rent's reduced. Don't keep saying it's expensive. Say it was so inexpensive. I kept saying my car was so affordable, and guess what? I bought a brand new car for the price of a second-hand car, had all these repayments I was going to pay off over 3 years, and my dad is paying them. So I actually got a brand new car. I don't know why my dad's paying them, but it was cheap because I only put the money down that I intended to buy a second-hand car with, and I got a brand new car for like double the money. A colleague came onto the ward putting a notice up for a flat. She showed me. I got it. Wonderful. Excellent, Juicy Jules. Well done. What are your thoughts on smaller manifestation to help your big one? Guys, if it helps you understand your power by just doing small things like manifesting a free cup of coffee or getting someone to wear a different colour shirt than they normally do, then do it. But there's no such thing as big and small. It's just a resistance against it. But you can do it if it helps you know your power, guys. Start affirming that people say things to you. I get people sending me texts all day long with my affirmations in it, word for word. When you do that, you'll realise your power, guys, and you'll realise you're doing this all the time, and then the big manifestations won't seem so big. You're creating them to be big with your resistance to it. For example, manifesting relationship with SP and manifesting text call with him to start it. What are your thoughts on small? Okay, so, you're saying, do you affirm for the text first rather than the whole relationship with your SP? You can do that. If you feel like saying, my SP and I are happily married seems too resistant, seems too unrealistic, then you say, he's constantly calling and texting me. Or you could go even further back than that in another step and say, he's starting to think about me. He's thinking about me more and more every day. Every day he's thinking about me. Then you can step to, he wants to call me. He's dying to hear my voice. He's dying to send me a text and hear back from me. Do it in steps if it feels too big. Can I manifest winning the lottery? Well, darling, if you think you can, you can. Why don't you just affirm you have more money and you don't know where the money's going to come from? You get a giant raise at work. Someone could die tomorrow and give you inheritance. You're going to say no to that because you want the lottery? Just affirm for the money, darling. Or the thing you want with the money, even better. If you want the house, affirm for the house, not the money for the house. I have emetophobia. What's that? It affects my life so bad. Can I use this trick to change how it affects me? Well, darling, it's not a trick. It's just manifesting. You're doing it all day long. What is emetophobia? A fear of what? A meta. I don't know what that is. What's it a phobia of, darling? Tell me. Because you can just harness your negative thoughts about it. Because fear is false evidence appearing real. It's something that you've tied a thought to. A fear of the unknown, a fear of whatever it is, connected to that object, that thing. You can just get rid of the fear, darling. Okay? I do have a video about phobias. Go down my channel all the way to almost the bottom, and I did answer a question about how do you manifest away phobias. I can't remember what video it is. Maybe the 10th video or something. Just look at the question, and I've answered that already. But tell me what the phobia is, darling, because I don't understand that. It makes me feel so nice just to let my mind go and believe it. Yes, darling. Fear of being sick. Oh, fear of being sick. Oh, God, that's awful. So, darling, just affirm, I am in perfect health. I am always healthy. I've always been healthy. My cells are constantly renewing themselves. You can say, I never get sick. I never get sick. God, I never, ever get sick. Now, that might seem really hard at first that you can't believe it, but eventually your mind will start believing it. Okay? I am in a state of constant health. Why am I so healthy now? Why am I so healthy now? God, I am so fucking healthy. You can say things like that. God, I'm not scared of this shit anymore. I'm so healthy now. Okay? But don't say I'm not scared. Just say, I feel safe. Nothing bothers me. Nothing scares me. Okay? You can start affirming this, darling. Then you can have a visualization of someone saying to you, God, you seem so calm. What's happened? Okay? Or something to do with your fear. Okay, darling? Does that make sense? Seriously, I'm so glad I found you on here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, darling. I'm going to watch your videos. Oh, thank you, Melbourne Buggies A and Maggietic 85. Guys, join my page and you'll know when I go live. I go live every day at different times. And also my Facebook page, Manifest Live with Loz. It's private group. Go in there, put a request in, answer the question so I know you're not a spammer. And I'm going to add all these lives so you can watch them back, guys. There's going to be about 14 of them already. Slowly adding them, but I can't download them into my phone because some of them are 3 hours long and my phone can't take it. You're such a great person. So happy to have met you here through TikTok. Oh, thank you. Why is everyone on TikTok so fucking nice? Thank you, guys. You're all so lovely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making these videos. Oh, you're welcome, guys. You know why I make them? Because I was really fucked up for a long time with negativity, with really bad depression and anxiety. And it took me a long time to work this out. So it's kind of unfair for me to keep this information to myself. Brill. I'm off to add you on Facebook. Excellent, Maggie. You're such... do you have a YouTube channel? No, darling, I don't. I just have the Facebook page. At the moment, I'm putting the lives on. I only started this 2 weeks ago, guys. Give me a chance. No, I don't think I'll do a YouTube, honestly. I do have an old YouTube channel called Don't Be a Psycho, if you want to laugh. It's because I'm an actor. It's me doing comedy videos about your negative thoughts, your anxious mind, and your depressed negative thinking. It's called Don't Be a Psycho. I also do funny videos about a nutcase who believes in law of attraction and doesn't know how to do it properly. I do a couple of characters in there. And some crazy single girls. Don't Be a Psycho, it's called. It's really old. I did it years ago and forgot about it. When did you start at all this? In terms of affirming and knowing all this? Okay, so the first time I consciously manifested something and I knew what I was kind of doing was when I wanted to go to drama school when I was 19. And I heard somewhere that you say, I am whatever you want to be. I am a NIDA student. And that's the school I went to, called NIDA. And it was like a place where you had to audition, and like 4,000 people audition. They take like 26 people a year. So I kept saying all year, I am a NIDA student. I am a NIDA student. I'm a NIDA student. And then when I went to the audition, I just assumed I'd get in. Then I didn't get in. And I couldn't believe it. And I was thinking, motherfucker, I'm a NIDA student. Then they rang me 2.5 weeks later and I was in. Because someone moved to make it so. That's how manifestation works. Once you live in the end, things move in your 3D reality to outpicture what you're thinking. I was a NIDA student. I wasn't fucking taking no for an answer. Then I kind of forgot that I did that or how I did it. And I never really did it again. Then I heard about The Secret. Read that, got fucking confused. Tried all the shit to do with The Secret. Read Abraham Hicks, all that shit. And thought, why do I have to be happy? How can I be happy if I'm depressed all the time? This is too hard. How can I be calm and grateful when I feel anxious? It didn't mix with being depressed and anxious the way that they teach LOA, because they tell you to be joyful all the time. I can't be fucking joyful when I'm depressed. So that didn't work. Then in about 2016, I found Neville Goddard, and I'd read Napoleon Hill. I'd read every other person. I'd read Wayne Dyer, everyone, but Bob Proctor, everyone. But then I found Neville, and I was like, this guy's interesting, except he's talking about the Bible, and I don't think I can handle this Bible speak. But what he learned was how to translate the Bible as a book about you, a book about your power. It's simply a book telling you, Jesus did this shit, you can do it too. The power is in you. You are all God's. He translated it with this guy called Abdullah, who taught him how to manifest from all different Hebraic languages, ancient Greek, everything, to understand what it fully meant. And the Bible constantly tells you, you are all God's. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? Believe you have received it, and you will. Amen means it is done. When you pray, you say it's done at the end. That's what amen means. It's basically saying, guys, you have this power, use it. So when I realized that, I was like, I have a power, do I? Right. So then I started using it. And then I got a bit lost for a while and kind of forgot. And then I went through a big crisis, did all this therapy, got out of the therapy, and then rediscovered manifesting again, relearned all this stuff, started watching some YouTubers that really helped me explain Neville in more detail, in words I could understand. Taught me how to affirm properly, because I didn't really believe in affirmations. I thought it was all visualizing, but you can do affirmations as well. And then I was like, oh my God, I know how to do this. Only recently, really. Only like the end of last year, the penny dropped for me. I was like, oh my God, I've been doing this my whole life. It's not that hard. And then I felt better when I started working on my self-concept, my concept of myself. I built myself up, put myself on the pedestal, felt amazing. And I was like, God, everyone could do this. If everyone could do this, they'd feel so good about themselves. So I am going to do a self-concept course, guys, because as Neville says, there's no one to change but self. Once you change your concept of yourself, your whole world changes. I will do videos on those, because it's really important to put yourself on the pedestal, see yourself as the best version of you, and everything around you changes, guys. Everything. The way everyone treats you, your specific person comes back, everything fucking changes. What is your photo on Facebook? I typed in manifest live with Loz, but lots came up. Lots came up. Really? It's a photo of me on TikTok with all the boxes going across like this with me talking. Like lots of my faces in little boxes like on TikTok. Manifest live with Loz, but lots came up. Just go under groups. Or just go to the link in my bio, guys. It's in the link in my bio on TikTok. The Facebook group link. Is this your day job? I love this man. Yeah, it is my day job now, I guess. I feel kind of silly saying affirmations. Is it helpful to just say them until you believe it? Yes, it does feel silly sometimes. Like if you feel fat and you keep saying, I'm beautiful, my body is beautiful and always has been, you feel like a dick because your brain goes, no, you're not, you fat bitch. You've always been fat. What are you talking about? That's why you just got to say it. Think it. Just think it and think it and think it. Because you're not going to believe it at first, guys, especially if you've got a really low opinion of yourself and you're trying to build yourself up. You won't believe it. So don't worry about feeling silly. Just do it anyway. And the repetition is what makes it sink in. Because you've repetitively thought, guys, all this shitty stuff. Now you've got to repetitively put new shit in. You understand? It's the repetition that's key. Hitler knew this. That's how he mesmerised people with his speeches. He kept repeating his shit. Donald Trump does it too. Oh, okay, I'll have another look. Oh, sorry, Juicy Jules. I'm sorry it's so hard to find. Just look in my bio, guys. Manifest Live with Loz. The link's there in my TikTok bio. Any tips on affirming when you are heartbroken? Oh, darling, stop saying you're heartbroken for a start. Secondly, know that you can do this. You created the situation with your specific person that caused you to be heartbroken with your shitty negative thinking and your insecurities. Outpictured, they reflected it. Okay? That's why it happened. Now you can undo it. Realize, fuck, I'm powerful. Look what I did with my shitty thoughts. I created this shitty situation. I must be a fucking master at manifesting. Okay. Right. Now I'm just going to fucking change it. Have a cry. Let it all out. Then start affirming. Such and such and I are happily married. He can't stop thinking about me. He's obsessed with me now. There is no girl in the whole world like me and he knows it. He could search the whole world and never find another me. Because I'm irreplaceable and I'm too fucking important to lose. Start doing my affirmation tapes, guys. They're the ones with the filters. If TikTok is playing, it just keeps playing. Lie in bed and listen to me saying, I'm a queen and I am treated like a queen. Okay? And say them after me. Think them after me. And just listen to them on a loop as you fall asleep, darling. It will help you. And there's one called with the blue filter saying, I'm irreplaceable. I'm too important to lose. Start listening to those, guys, and then make your own. How was your day? It was great. Hi, you've been so helpful. I know I always come across you on live at the perfect time for a reason. Oh, darling, thank you. You manifested me. Lol, I absolutely adore you. Oh, thanks, Juicy Jules. Thank you. You are so right. Oh, well, thank you. Any more questions, guys? I've always had a high self-concept and now I have to reaffirm, which feels weird. Well, darling, if you have a high self-concept already, good for you. Just affirm the shit that isn't working. If your self-concept is amazing, you don't have to change it. Just affirm for the shit that's gone wrong, like things with your specific person or your career or whatever. Don't change your self-concept. If it's great, leave it. Most people have shitty ones. If you've got a good one, all power to you, darling. I wish I was you. So great to see you again. Oh, thanks, Anna Patricia. I love that one. Irreplaceable. Yes, I am irreplaceable. I am too important to lose. And guys, that's really, really good if a third party, another person, a girlfriend or boyfriend's come up. You don't picture them. You don't imagine them. Don't keep the bitch alive. Just do, I am irreplaceable. I'm too important to lose. You lose me, you lose. I am the priority. Do all that stuff. You're not thinking about the third party. What's the difference between self-concept and affirmations? Okay, so your self-concept is what you think and believe about yourself. The affirmations is just a new thought that you're putting in to replace the old thought, like, I am more than good enough. I am perfection. My body is beautiful just the way it is. My subconcept could have been, my body is awful. I hate my body. No one is going to love me because my body is so awful. I am so fat, no one will love me. That was your self-concept. Now you're going to use affirmations against that shitty self-concept and those shitty thoughts you got in your mind. And every time you have the thought, God, I'm fat, when you look in the mirror, no, I am perfection. I was born, I was wonderfully made. My body is beautiful just the way it is. And I love my body just the way it is. That's the affirmation. Okay? But your self-concept might be, I am fat and ugly. I am not good enough. I am not worthy. No one loves me. That's your self-concept. Okay? You could also have concepts of other people. Men cheat. Relationships never work out for me. Everything is hard for me. I suffer from depression and anxiety. That's your concept of you in life in general and situations in general. What you think of men, what you think of relationships. You can change those with affirmations. Oh, SP, sorry, that means specific person, yes. Oh, thanks for sharing the video, darling. Let's go 1681. Do you think it's important to be patient with your manifestation? Yes, darling, it is. Because it comes in its own appointed time and you can't rush this shit. Everyone is trying to rush it. If you try and push it in the 3D, try and do something, you fuck it up. I hate to say it, but it's true. You've got to trust yourself. Trust your power. I'm going to have an affirmation tape coming out soon about I am the operant power and you have no free will. You do what I say. You think what I think. I create my reality. I'm going to do that one because that's really good to start realizing, fuck, I do this all day long. I am the fucking operant power. I operate my power. Only I can operate this shit and I run this shit. I'm the fucking boss of my reality and I'm creating everything. Therefore, you can be patient because you think, doesn't matter. It's coming because I created it in my mind already. Bing, it's done. It's done. It has to come because it's done. If you can start believing that, guys, that when you live in the end and you feel it's done, nothing can stop it from out-picturing in your 3D reality. Nothing. Because in your head, it's done. That's how it works, guys. If you want things to come faster, really start believing it's done if you can. I have scoliosis. Well, darling, stop telling yourself that. Tell yourself that your spine is straight. You are so comfortable at all times. You are in perfect health and your spine and your cells are renewing themselves daily. You've never had a problem with your back or your bones or anything. Oh, hang on. Shit, I've just pressed something. I keep repeating what you say. It's done. Yes, darling, it is done. In your mind, it's done. Therefore, it will outpicture. You've got to say that. That's what amen means in the Bible, guys. That's what it means. You're asking God for something and you say, it's done. I trust him to do it. Well, now just trust yourself to do it because you are God. You are all gods. You are so beautiful. Oh, thank you, darling. Hang on, I've missed some things. I can't wait for your videos. It helps me so much. Oh, thanks, darling. Would be great if it weren't true, but the reality is you guys want pretty girls. Well, that's your assumption, darling, so then it's true. If you imagine that men only want pretty girls or girls only want pretty girls, then you'll believe that and you'll put down on yourself and you'll look at yourself badly and your assumption will manifest in the outside world. So everyone you meet that you like will only like pretty girls because that's your assumption, darling. Stop saying that. Build yourself up, darling, with some of my affirmations. Build up your self-concept so you feel like the pretty girl. And you feel like everyone will want you. And I'm not joking. Say things like, when I walk in a room, everyone takes notice of me. I am beautiful just the way I am. I was wonderfully made. Everyone who loves me, loves my body, loves the way I look. Once you've met me, you love me and you cannot be without me. Start saying things like that, darling. You'll feel so much better and you won't say that shit anymore. Do you think 26 is too young to get married? Actually, yes, I do. Because I think you don't know yourself. My ESP got married that young and now he's divorced. But look, it's up to you, darling. That's just my belief. That's my assumption. That's my assumption in my reality. Yours could be that 26 is fine. So it's fine for you. It's just my assumption. So don't listen to me. What do I know? Apply for those jobs. Oh, what are we talking about? I've missed what SP means, specific person, just a name for boyfriend, girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, friend that you've stopped talking to, family member that's pissing you off, specifically a person. It's just a generalized term. Tips on manifesting my dream career. Well, darling, do you know what it is? If you know what it is, say I am the world's most famous model. I am the most successful photographer in Poughkeepsie, okay? Whatever it is, if you specifically know. If you don't know, just say, I love my career. I love my job. I love my life so much. God, I love getting up every morning to live my life. I have the best career in the world. I'm experiencing so many synchronicities, like every day. Oh, wow, good for you. I'm sorry to hear. Oh, what's happened like ocean? I missed it. I'm in intense pain daily. Oh, fucking hell. That's no good. For your scoliosis. All right, so have you read the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay? Read that, darling, because she cured her cancer with her mind. She taught millions of people around the world how to harness the power of your mind to create the reality of your body. Your mind runs your body, darling. So go and read that book or find the audio book of You Can Heal Your Life. Then she does affirmations about healing yourself. They're excellent. And she's got a lovely, soothing voice. Okay? You can heal your life. You can heal your body. Your mind runs your body. Stop telling yourself you're in pain. Stop telling yourself you've got scoliosis for a start. I know that's hard, but stop saying it. Because you're literally affirming all the time what you say. Your word is your wand. Stop talking about it. Stop saying it. Imagine being pain-free. Lie in bed and imagine the state of being pain-free and step into the person who's got no pain. I love being pain-free. I love being so healthy. I love that I can pick up things in my bed. Think about the things you would like to do, actually. Don't say pain-free. Think about the things you would like to do that you can't do right now because of your pain and imagine yourself doing them. That's what you should do. Imagine yourself doing the things right now that you find difficult. Do a visualization and loop it in your mind of you doing that. And live in the end of that every night when you go to sleep. Please. And hopefully that'll help. You look 30. Are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? Thank you, darling. I'm 43. I'm in immense pain today. Hang on. Mind over matter. Yes, darling. How, Loz? How are you? I'm fine, thank you, darling. What does it mean when you see repeated angel numbers? Nothing. And what do you do after you see it? Darling, you're giving meaning to the number. It actually doesn't mean anything. Go and watch my video on angel numbers. It's about halfway down my page. It's got some angel numbers at the top. It's your reticular activating system noticing a number over and over and over again because it's filtered out all the other numbers. Then you give meaning to the number, thinking it's meaning something, doesn't mean anything. But if you want to think it means something and it's giving and give good meaning to it, do. If it helps you to see angel numbers, good. Give it good meaning. Think of manifestation coming. Hooray! I don't notice them because I don't choose to notice them. You understand? If I chose to see 1111 all the time, I would. But I don't choose to. But darling, give it good meaning if that helps you. Okay? I'm having some more relationship issues again, doll. Can I have some help? Well, for a start, stop saying you've got relationship issues. You've just affirmed that in your question. What are they, darling? What? Just say, such and such and I are so happy. Our communication is perfect. We have always got along so well. Our marriage is blissful. Okay? They're the generalized things you can say to make your relationship improve, darling. And stop seeing your person as the old version of them. You're seeing them as the old version that you haven't changed yet. Start seeing them as the new version that's changed and exactly who you want them to be. Write down the old story of your spouse or your partner, the shitty things about them you don't like. Rip it up, burn it, write the new one, and only see them as that new one. And every time they're doing something in the 3D you don't like, don't react and see them as the new one. It's you, darling. It's all you. It's how you're seeing them and what you're saying about them that's out picturing. Do you understand? Some LA girl on TikTok made a video about you. Who was that? Oh, was that the girl that goes, watch all her videos. I'll say it again. Watch all her videos. Are you talking about her? That was so nice. How sweet. Is that the girl you're talking about? Can we record our own voice repeating affirmations and play it on a loop whilst doing stuff? Absolutely. My phone, I'll show you, is full of my voice memos of me. That's why I started this channel, because I just wanted some affirmations with music behind it, and I thought it might help other people. Look. Affirmations for my body, for my power, for the girl I am, for the new story, for relationship. You see all of them? It's me talking in my phone. Guys, it really helps. You've got to think it at the same time as you're listening to it. You can't just listen to yourself. She was trying to correct you. No, the mean one. Oh, who's this? I haven't seen this video. I haven't found it. It must be way down in my notifications. Oh, I'll be coming for her. Who's that? That's so funny. Some LA girl. Was it today? Did she reply to a video of mine and do a duet or something, darling? Tell me. Because I haven't seen it. I have to scroll down my notifications. I've got so many notifications I don't see them. I started doing that yesterday. Voice memos. Yes, it really helps, guys, if it's in your voice. Because you're saying it to yourself. You are beautiful just the way you are. Oh, am I? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Oz. No, you commented on it. Yes, she made a duet. Oh, are you talking about the girl who was talking about emotions and you need emotion to manifest, and I made a comment and then she did 2 videos about me and commented back to my comment? That one, the Chinese-looking girl? Oh, bless her. She got her knickers in a twist and did 2 videos. And I'd written one small comment on her page, and she lost her shit. And I felt like writing back to her, and she said, and don't call me honey, it's condescending, in one of her comments. And I felt like writing back, you don't think that thoughts create emotions, but let me just explain how thoughts create emotions from this comment that you just made. You read my comment where I said honey. You thought she is being condescending. Then you felt hurt and offended. Ta-da! Your thoughts create your emotion. The thought you had of me condescending you made you feel angry. And then you wrote this comment. You just proved my fucking point. But I thought, I'm not going to retaliate. This girl's obviously got some anger shit going on and feels like I was criticizing her. So I thought I won't say anything, and I never went back to the page. There's probably 1,000 comments about me on there with all these LOA people talking about vibration and saying, that girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Of course you need emotion. I'm sure there's hundreds of them because these people are so lost. I'm just going to leave them asleep. And I'm not going to piss her off and make another comment because she clearly is lost, and I don't want to fuck her off. She can live in her own little sleep world. She thought she did something. What? She thought who did something? I want to see the video. There isn't actually no one stuck up for her. Oh, is it the girl I'm talking about, the Asian-looking girl who did 2 videos about my comment? Is that her? She had a foreign language. What is this video? Darling, can you send it to me in my chat, in my messages? I ask you about it. Can you send it? Can you find it and send it? I don't know what this is. I haven't seen it. What do you think about writing manifestations in a journal? Oh, darling, yes, but you're not writing the manifestations. Or what you want to manifest, yes, you can. Sorry, I just had a brain fart for a second. I've been talking for too long. Have a journal, and yes, write down what it is you want. But darling, while you're writing it, you only need to be thinking it. So any scripting, it's okay. You can go back and read it, but really impress your subconscious mind with this new story that you're writing. Okay? But definitely scripting is excellent. I've scripted guys that I want, and they've turned up. I scripted my car. When I went back and got my car, I found it in my journal. It's exactly my car. Forgot I'd written it down. What is your opinion on the inner work? Well, darling, this is all inner work. We are changing our inner thoughts. The end. But inner child work, well, fuck, it takes forever. I did that in therapy for 6 months. It took me. You can change your thoughts like this today. Now. That's why I'm saying to you, you don't need shadow work and inner child work and all that shit right now. You can just replace your thoughts with the new positive affirmation every day, on the daily, every minute that you're saying the fucking thought. Shut up, Felicia. Put in a new affirmation. Okay? But the inner work takes forever. Inner child shit. I did that in therapy at 6 months. Talking to my inner fucking child. What Neville Goddard book should I start with? Okay, Neville Goddard, start with Feeling is the Secret. What he means when he says feeling is feeling it is done, not feeling emotion feeling. That's the easiest book. You can also listen to his lectures, guys, on YouTube. The best one, probably the most popular one, is called Live in the End. Live in the End. And it's Neville's own voice doing the lecture. Now, it might be hard to listen to his biblical stuff. You can also listen to a wonderful channel called Nevolution, and she reads Neville's lectures and books to you with this wonderful voice, this lady called Lila, Nevolution. And then the other books are all in a reader, The Law and the Promise, Resurrection. Resurrection is really hard to get through. The Law and the Promise is wonderful because it's all examples of people's success stories from his followers, people who manifest their houses, their specific people, their money, their careers. He has wonderful stories in there, all these success stories about people who used to follow him. The Law and the Promise. They're all available on Amazon, guys. Be Here Now. Yes. What is your opinion on meditations for attracting your SP? Well, darling, you can do the meditations. Absolutely. But you've got to live in the end in your mind as well. Don't just listen to the meditation. Like, don't just go to Jasmine or whatever his name's channel and listen to her meditation. Some of them are really nice, but you've got to actually be imagining it in your mind while you're listening to the meditation. You understand? Is it possible to manifest a person in your life, and how does it affect them? Yes, darling, that's what we're talking about, manifesting people into your life, and it affects them. Your thoughts create. So your thoughts outpicture and reflect onto them, and they then think about you. He's constantly thinking about me. He'll start thinking about you. That's how it affects them. They don't know why they're doing it. They don't know why they want to text you. They don't know why they're thinking of you. They just are, because you're sending it out telepathically to them. I'm watching from the Philippines. Hi. I've been doing affirmations, visualizations, journaling, constantly doing it. Feels amazing. That's amazing. Well done. No question mark. BS, what are you saying? Be Here Now. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. What is your opinion? Oh, hang on, I've missed a few. I watched the video too. Can you tell us her TikTok name so I can look it up? Yeah. When did this happen? Was this today, this video of a girl arguing with me? What was she saying about what? Was it about the physical changes one? A lot of people had a problem with that, about the physical appearance thing. It is hard to take to think you can change your body or your health. Was it about that one? Tell me, guys. What was she arguing with me about? Did she respond to one of my videos, was it? Which one was it? Because I haven't seen this come up. Tell me, who was this girl and what was she arguing with me about, or what video did she duet of mine? How dare she? Just kidding, she can do whatever she wants. I don't care. I'll take these fucking LOA people on. I'd love them to come onto my live. Give them peace of my mind. I'll ask them, you tell me how to change this water. What's it going to do if I drink it? I'm going to just piss it out. All those positive thoughts I just put in the water, I pissed out. The end. Didn't do shit for me. You idiot. Did you see it because you commented on it? You did see it because you commented on it. It must have been that Chinese girl then a while ago who made a video based on a comment I made. Was it her? An American girl? Aggressive. Am I being aggressive? Well, darling, you don't have to watch. Go away. You can go on live with them if you request them. Who are you going on live with? Laugh my ass off. I can't take these LOA people. No, I can't, darling. Because some of them, literally, I'm not joking, guys. Manifestation is really big on TikTok. I noticed that the first day I got on here because some of the trending topics are affirmations. 2021 affirmations. It's a very popular topic. A lot of people have very failed TikTok accounts on here just talking about themselves. So what do? They went, oh, manifestation is popular. I'll start talking about that. They literally go to other people's accounts, watch that video. Then that day, they make the same information. Water manifesting. Get your SP to text you. Whatever it is, they do the video. They're getting views because everyone else is getting the views. I'm not getting as much views as them because I'm not talking about water manifestation and crystals and shit. If I had a salt lamp behind me and started doing some fucking tarot, I'd have 5,000 people in here. Seriously. It's how this works. TikTok is about what's popular. It just keeps being more popular. I'm talking about the unpopular stuff probably. I don't know. I've only been here 2 weeks. I don't know it well enough as a platform, but that's the thing I've assumed that it is. Don't even worry about her green. Her green is ugly colour on people. Oh, green is ugly colour. Oh, the jealous person. The girl who made the videos. Hi, do you like and use affirmation? Affirmations? Oh, you mean, darling, you mean question ones? Like, why is he so obsessed with me? Why am I so healthy now? Why is my butt so big and perky? Why am I so slim thick? That is affirmations. Putting why am I in front of it. Or it's called an ask formation as well. So you can definitely do that, guys. My brain has a bit of resistance to it. Like, why am I a millionaire? And it will say, yeah, why are you, idiot? You're not. Okay, but if you find that it doesn't cause resistance in you, definitely use them. Some people find them very, very helpful. You speak the truth. Thank you, darling. You are so cool. Holy shit. Greetings from Latvia. Latvia? Have I been there? No. But I would like to. I've been to Slovenia. It's not the same country. Near. Craziest thing you've manifested? I think sometimes just people repeating back my words is the craziest thing I've manifested. I find it crazy all the time that people parrot back exactly what I've affirmed. I find that crazy. You are hilarious. Oh, thank you, darling. What has been your quickest thing you've manifested? I do things all the time, guys. I was saying in one of my lives today, like things like I want my vet to say a certain thing about my cat. My cat is 19. She had a big lump on her back. I took her to the vet. The vet said, oh, Lauren, I don't think it doesn't look good. I think you're going to have to put it down. That's what she said. I went, sorry? Because I think it will be cancer. I said, well, can you check it anyway? Do a biopsy? Oh, what's the point? Because if you find out it's cancer, what are we going to do? And I went, Sophie, just take her out the back and check it. So as she went out the back with my cat, I sat there for 3 minutes crying, going, it's just a cyst. She's going to come out and say, it's just a cyst, it's just a cyst, it's just a cyst, it's just a cyst. She came out, she goes, oh, don't worry, look, it's just a cyst. And she had fluid in the needle. She said, it's fine. I did that in 3 minutes. Guys, you can do this all the time. Don't just think it's something where you've got to meditate in bed and turn on your salt lamp and get all meditative and shit. You do it all day. I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What don't you understand, darling? What are you not understanding? Ask me a question. I don't get your question. Did you just join and you're confused? I can listen to you all day. Oh, thanks, darling. Do I need to state emotion my affirmation? I am so happy that SP and I are in constant communication. You don't, darling, no. You can if you like, but that's some LOA stuff. Just say, John and I are in constant communication. He rings me all day long. He texts me all fucking day. I can't get away from the dude. Just affirm what it is you want, darling. You are already that man or woman. You are already with them. He is constantly contacting you. You don't have to say, I'm so happy. You don't have to, and you don't have to feel happy either. How do you make people repeat back what you say? So, you just affirm it, guys. So, I'll give you an example. One of my affirmations is, everyone is mesmerized by me. Everyone is mesmerized by me, meaning they do what I want. They're kind of mesmerized. It also means they think I'm pretty, or it means lots of meanings for me. When I first did the TikTok videos, the second day I put them a couple on Instagram, and a couple of my friends were already following that Instagram. I didn't realize it was linked to my Facebook, and one of my good friends from London wrote, Loz, your videos are so mesmerizing. And I was like, oh my God, what a word for him to use. And that's my affirmation. So whatever you affirm, people will start to say, okay? Or you want them to say something, so just repeat over and over, they're going to say this to me. Or you'll be on an aeroplane, that's another example I gave, and they'll say, chicken or fish, chicken or fish, chicken or fish, and you're at the back of the plane, and they get to you, they go, oh, we only have fish, and you go, I would like the chicken. Thank you. And they go, we don't have chicken. They go, I would like the chicken, please. They go back and find your chicken every time. You don't take no for an answer, guys. Okay? Your affirmation works. I'm in love. Oh, what are you in love with? Me being mesmerised. You are mesmerising. Oh, thank you, darling. So basically, tell yourself, and it's going to happen, and it will happen. Darling, you don't tell yourself it's going to happen. You tell yourself it's already happened. You are already the man or woman you want to be. You are already married. You are already a superstar football player. You are already that. Think about all the people who are really famous who stepped into being famous before they were. Like LeBron James, who thought he was going to be a famous NBA player. He just thought he was, and then he became it. They think they're going to be before they are. Have you ever seen Jim Carrey's videos about how he thought he was going to be famous and he just knew it would come? He thought, it hasn't come yet, but I know I am that already. And he wrote himself a check for $10 million, a fake check, and stuck it in his wallet. And 5 years later, he got a check for $10 million for Dumber and Dumber. He just believed he was famous. His whole life he believed he would be famous, and he already was. It just hadn't happened yet. Jim Carrey's an excellent person to listen to about manifesting. He fully lives his life doing it. Oh, God, I missed so many questions. Sorry. I in love with you. You are amazing to be real. Oh, thank you, darling. Thanks, Luna. You have 60 views. Oh, I've got 63 views. Oh, my God. It's the most I've ever had. How exciting. 64. Oh, my God. I better go live more often at this time. Is my dad okay? Will I ever be financially stable? Thank you. I'm not psychic, darling. What are you asking me for? Is my dad okay? You can decide he is okay. Yes, you'll be financially stable. You have the power. I don't. You're in your reality with your power in your mind. Your mind is powerful. Tell yourself, you are financially stable. I always have been. My dad is wonderful. He is in full health. Affirmations working in English, even when it is not your main language. Should I say all right? No, darling, do it in your language. Do affirmations in your own language. If you speak Spanish, do them in Spanish, please. You'll understand them better. Your subconscious will be fucking confused. You're doing them in English, you speak Spanish. It's like, what? What are you talking about? Do I need to affirm something small or affirm that we are already in a relationship? No, darling, affirm you're already in a relationship, or you could affirm something small like, he is thinking about me now. He's constantly calling and texting me. You could go in steps if you want. I'm going to lose 70 pounds. How long will it take? Darling, as long as it takes to convince yourself that you are thin. I am thin. God, I love being thin. Look how beautiful I look. Imagine people telling you, my God, you must have lost about 70 pounds. You look amazing. Imagine a conversation with your best friend telling you how much weight you've lost. And darling, live in the end of being thin already. Live in the end and it will start to happen. God, I've missed so many questions. Can you add your Facebook group name on your page? Your link doesn't work. Oh, you're joking. I thought that wasn't working properly. It wasn't working. It worked on my phone, but it didn't work on my iPad. It's really weird. It's called Manifest Live with Loz. Go to groups on Facebook, search groups, Manifest Live with Loz. It's a private group. You should be able to find it. If you can't, guys, let me know in my DMs. You got to request it because it's private. I can't believe that link's not working. How annoying. Do you ever have to take action with affirmations or just say it from the UK? Darling, you don't have to do anything. Neville talks about do nothing. You've got to do it in your mind first. Doing things in the 3D world doesn't do anything. Seriously. Think in your mind, we are happily married. You don't have to go to the guy and say, do you think you'll ever marry me? I just want to make sure my affirmation's correct and my things are correct that I'm thinking. He'll be like, what? Guys, don't do anything in the 3D world. It doesn't do anything. I know it sounds really weird, but you are the only cause. Your subconscious mind out picturing is the cause of your whole life. When you really get this, guys, you'll realize, oh, I don't really have to do anything. Yes, go to the job interview if you want the job. But then imagine whilst you're at the job interview that they love you and you are already working there. When you're waiting, think, I already work there. And do nothing. Don't start freaking out, checking emails every day. Oh, God, where is it? Haven't got that yet. I work there already. I am that. I am a Google employee. Okay? It's so hard feeling the positive emotion while triggering by something negative. Darling, you don't have to feel positive emotion. That's just some LOA crap. Just replace your negative thought with a positive thought. It's not the emotion that you have to worry about. You don't have to feel positive. You understand? Please don't think you have to feel positive. Guys, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea because my mouth is so dry. This water is doing nothing and I feel like I've been talking for 5 hours. Do you mind if I take you to my kitchen and make a cup of tea? I have to do it. It has to be done or I can't keep talking. Hi guys, is there any affirmation you like to use each day? Yes. I run this shit. I say that a lot. I run this shit. Or you could say, I am the operant power. Or you could say, I am all powerful. I am creating my reality. Only I create my reality. I am God of my reality. I am the queen of my reality. That's what I say. I am the queen of my reality. That really helps me. It makes me step into my power. Wow, there's 60 people here, 63 people. I step into my power that I can do this. Know your power, guys. It's the most important thing in manifesting, to know you are creating everything. Excuse me in my pajamas, guys. My God, how embarrassing. I didn't think I'd be standing up showing everyone my dressing gown. God. I'm putting the kettle on. I'll come out of here so the kettle will boil. Okay. What I say goes. That's a really good one. What I say goes. I like that one. Do you need to imagine your manifestations or can you just say it in the moment? Darling, your affirmations are simply just a thought, a new thought. You don't have to imagine a big scene if you don't want. You don't have to visualize if you don't want. All right, guys, more questions. Hi from the Philippines. Hi, is your name Karen or Barbara? My name is Lauren, Loz. But I keep saying Karen to my subconscious mind. Shut up, Karen. Because, you know, Karen's the most annoying woman on the internet at the moment. Everyone hates Karen. Or Felicia. I'm arguing loud when negative thoughts come up. It works. I'm smiling then at myself. Yay, that I'm the boss. Hooray! Marin Chen, that's wonderful. I'm so glad you're doing that. Congratulations, darling. Do you need to, hang on, let's go for a ride. Hang on. I'm missing things. Is there an affirmation? Oh, okay. I got that one. Hang on, 2 new messages. I'm scrolling down, guys. It's hard when I'm holding this thing. You're a queen. Oh, thank you. So are you, darling. Guys, I actually have some affirmation videos called I Am a Queen and I'm Treated Like a Queen. Go and do it. And if you're a guy, I am a king and I'm treated like a king. I am the king of my reality. Agree, this works. Yes, darling, it really does. It's fucking freaky when you start doing it and you realise you've had the power all along. It's like she says to her in The Wizard of Oz, you've had the power all along, my dear. That's what that whole movie's about. She's searching and searching and searching for the answer for the wizard. She gets there, it's just a little man behind a machine. And then Glenda says to her, you've had the power all along. You didn't need to find the wizard. The end. That's what that whole movie is about. She was trying to get back to Kansas, but the whole time all she needed to do was imagine she was there and she'd be there. I started doing affirmations recently and it really works. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I'm so glad that helped you. The Wizard of Oz has always been sus, though. Has it? Why is it sus? The Munchkins in Munchkinland. Why don't they teach this to children? Because, darling, a lot of people don't know this. And also, they want you to stay asleep. Because then you'll just go and get a steady job and earn some money and you won't use your power. The 1% of the world don't want you to know this shit. Only they know it. You realise that? I know that sounds cynical, but it's true. They kill your imagination in school, guys. Your creativity gets crushed. And you become less and less imaginative and you use your imagination less and less. Children manifest all fucking day long because they don't have this resistance that we do from all the learning that we did and all the fucked up shit that happened to us. They can manifest anything they like. It's positive thinking. Yes, darling. How long have you been doing this? All your life? No. Well, I have been manifesting all my life, but I only recently learned how to do it really properly, probably in the last year. Really, really properly. Unless the media tries to trick us that it's sus, there are many articles about that they didn't want us to know. What, you mean the media, or are you talking about the Wizard of Oz? Yeah, the media does control a lot of things, guys, and that's why I don't watch the news or read newspapers. Couldn't care less about reading the newspaper or watching the news. Doesn't affect me. Don't care. Is that why kids see things we can't? Yes, darling. They can also see spirits really easily. Really easily. Like animals. Animals sense spirits. I took my fucking dog to the cemetery. It was so freaked out. We never took her again. She was completely like scared witless of being in the cemetery. Her tail was down. She was like, we were like, what the fuck? And then we realised there were spirits everywhere. She was freaking out. Manifest for beginners. Yes, but darling, kids, okay, this is a good example. Okay, so Neville Goddard talks about a story where a child wanted a puppy and kept saying to his mum, I want a collie puppy, a collie dog. And she went to go see Neville, and he says, Neville, I want a collie puppy. And he goes, you may have a collie puppy. And she goes, no, Neville, I've told him he can't have a dog. No, darling, remember I told you, you can't have a puppy. And Neville thought, he's a child. He's going to get that fucking dog. He didn't say fucking. He's going to get that dog. 3 weeks later, the child entered a raffle, and guess what he won? A collie puppy, and the mum could not say no. It just manifested because the child lived in the end. He had that puppy already in his mind. Any questions, guys? Poor doggy. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to go in the kitchen and get my tea. Any more questions that I've missed? Do you believe in set it and forget it method? Oh, God. Or keep on manifesting all day, every day. Darling, set it and forget it doesn't work. Letting go doesn't work. Think about this. I'm 43. I've had 70,000 thoughts a day for 43 years. Most of those negative. You have to replace that negative thinking that you had all your life, guys. How are you going to do that by set it and forget it? It doesn't fucking make sense. It doesn't make sense, set it and forget it, guys. It really doesn't. Okay? Really, really, really doesn't. You've got to get this. When people tell you to let go, they should be telling you to let go of the old story, okay, but not letting go of the affirmations. You've got to instill that in your mind. Really, really get the shit out of there, okay? Sorry, guys, I've lost a few people because they obviously didn't want to come into my kitchen and watch me make tea. You guys want anything? I'm making green tea. Okay, any more questions? Or 6 more questions. Oh, shit. Teach us how to manifest properly. Darling, go to my page, Manifest Live with Loz. Watch the series called How to Manifest Properly. It's in a black heading. It's about 12 videos. Go from the bottom, scroll up. And I teach you in those 12 videos everything I'm saying. Watch them. You have a car and a house. Law of attraction is so full of shit and doesn't make any sense. Law of assumption is the thing. Yes, darling, it's all just your subconscious thinking. It's what you're assuming in your mind dominantly all day long manifests into your reality. That's all it is. Trust me. Any more questions, guys? I just had green tea. Oh, good for you. I love a green tea. It's full of caffeine, though, and I drink about 6 before I go to bed. No wonder I talk so fast. Oh, your specific manifestation on what? Do you suggest manifesting affirmations all day, every day, so to speak? Yes, darling. Do them every day. Green tea. Oh, you'll have one? All right, darling, I'll make you one. If you have a net thought unrelated to manifestation, do you still need to affirm in that moment of... I don't understand that question, darling. Put that again. Her mum died and she said, her pop, I want a cat. My uncle said no. He's old. Guess what? Kitten turned up. Oh! I want a cat. To my uncle said no. And guess what? The kitten turned up. Oh, so you're telling her I wanted an animal story that was like Neville's. Wonderful. They live on the farm. The kitten was in the front yard and enclosed. It should not have been there. So it just turned up. The kitten just turned up because she affirmed she had a kitten. Excellent. See? See how this shit works? The biggest thing she manifested was a house and car. You talking about me? Yes, and my SP. And going to drama school, I guess. How do I manifest my abusive ex leaving me and the kids alone for good? Well, darling, you've got to see him differently, okay? I know this is hard to imagine, but you've got to imagine that person as not abusive, not scary, not someone who would do anything to harm you. You've got to see them as the different version, and then they'll outpicture that. You can do that with narcissists, with alcoholics, with abusers, everything. Your version of them keeps turning up in your reality because you're imagining them that way. And I know this seems hard to take, but it's really, really true. Go and watch my How to Manifest an Apology from Someone series. By the end of it, you probably want to punch me in the face because what I'm saying is you are the only cause and you cause how people treat you. What you think of yourself deep down is how people will outpicture in your reality. So if you don't think you're good enough, people will treat you that way. And that's how abuse kind of begins most of the time, because of your habitual negative thinking about you. And that's how you get yourself in a situation with a person who's like that. And I know this is really hard to hear, okay? But you really need to see him differently. Go and watch that series, darling, and maybe write me a DM if you're not angry at me by the time you get to the end of it. And hopefully you will have understood it, and then I can help you, because I'd really like to help, okay? And please don't be angry at me what I just said, because it's hard to hear. If you have negative thoughts unrelated to your manifestation, well, you need to affirm your specific manifestation. Now, darling, all we're doing with the negative thinking is we're replacing it with the affirmation. We're getting an affirmation like, I am fat, no, I am beautiful. And you're replacing the I am fat with I am beautiful. Okay? That's what you do with your negative thoughts. You replace them. Which Neville Goddard book do you recommend? Feeling is the Secret probably is the best one. And also a lecture called Live in the End on YouTube where you can hear his voice and he's doing a lecture called Live in the End. Any advices? Once I visualised I missed the bus, although I took care on arriving the bus stop 5 minutes. I'm confused. Any advices? I once visualised I missed the bus, although I took care on arriving the bus stop 5 minutes. So you kind of assume you had missed the bus and then you did? Is that what you're saying? Earlier, but then the bus came earlier and ended up kissing it. I'm so confused. I'm missing it. So, darling, what you visualise will out picture. So if you think you're going to miss the bus, you will. Stop thinking you're going to miss the bus. I think that's what you're asking me. I'm confused. Perfect. Thank you. Emily, did that help, did it? Oh, good. You're not angry at me? Okay, great. Okay, I will. Thank you. Oh, that was MD who asked that question. He is a US military veteran and was really violent. Okay, so he's probably got some PTSD, does he? From being in the military. And it's fucking his mind up and therefore he's treating people badly in his reality because he's got some really fucked up thoughts, darling. Is that what's going on? I had some people in my therapy. We had one group every day and there was another group and they were PTSD guys and they were ambulance drivers, people from the army and firemen and policemen, and it all said really terrible things and it really fucked them up. And they had to go and do deep, deep, deep therapy to get over it because they couldn't get the images out of their mind of things they'd seen and it affected their lives with their spouses and everything, and they had to go and do deep therapy. But what I'm saying is, even though he might be suffering from that, you can see him as a person who's cured. You can see him who's someone who's no longer affected by that, who is happy and whole and healthy and no longer bothered by negative thoughts. You've got to see a different version of him, darling. Write a story about him, how he is now, all the abuse, everything is done, all the shit you hate about him. Screw it up, burn it. Now write the new version of him, how you want him to be, darling. How you want him to treat you, feel about you, think about you and your children. Write that. And now only see him that way. And when he turns up in your 3D reality, only picture him that way. And he will start to change, I promise. But you have to see the new him, not the old him. Hope that makes sense. Ew, that's a gross comment. Yes, but I don't want to miss it. That's why I pictured it. Oh, I'm missing this. Just request to join your Facebook group. Yay! Join the Facebook group, guys. I add all the lives there. It's called Manifest Live with Loz. And I go live every day, guys, at random, shitty, weird times. So follow my TikTok because then you know when I'm live. Do you suggest writing a journal of your manifestations, the 369 method? No, I don't actually, but lots of people on here do. The reason why I'm saying 369 might not work is, darling, unless you're thinking it dominantly, you're thinking it while you're writing it down, it's not going to do shit. You're just writing it down, you might be thinking, gee, I need a cup of green tea. John and I are happily married. God, I'm dying to go to the toilet. John and I are happily married. You've got to think it, darling, got to impress your subconscious mind. The writing isn't doing anything. It's the thinking while you're writing. The impressing your subconscious mind while you're writing. If you know you're doing that, it'll work. If you're not, it won't fucking do a thing. That was well said. Thank you. Oh, that's good. Is it possible to manifest it? Oh, don't be gross. I am having trouble ignoring the 3D. What is your advice, darling? Okay, let me explain it again. Your 3D is an echo of your old thoughts. It is a culmination of your old assumptions about you, other people, and situations. It's an echo. I'm not good enough. 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 And other people start hearing it. Oh, right. And then they treat you like that. Okay? Your thoughts about other people is out picturing now based on what you thought about them last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 minutes ago. It's an echo. Meaning you can change it because you created it. Now think, oh, this is old. Okay, I'm changing you. So when someone's turning up shitty in your reality, see them as the new version, know you're changing them, and don't worry about what's happening in the 3D. Ignore it. Neville says, ignore the facts of the world. You know you're changing them. The end. Don't worry about the 3D, guys. If they aren't texting you yet, if you're not receiving the affection you want from your ESP, you haven't got the job, doesn't matter. Live in the end in your mind. You've got to live up here, guys, in your 5-dimensional mind. The 5th dimension, not the 3rd, not the 3D. You understand? How do I manifest a pregnancy? Well, darling, you want to have a baby. I would manifest the baby, not the pregnancy, because you can manifest pregnancy and have a miscarriage. You want to go to the end, darling. The end. Imagine having your child in your arms in hospital, showing your spouse or your partner. Look how beautiful our baby is. Imagine their first birthday. And imagine and affirm, I love being a mum. I love being a mum. Being a mum is the greatest job I've ever had. That could be your affirmations. Okay? And you're living in the end. You already have the child. It's already here. Live in the end of already being a mum. Okay? Hello. Okay, thank you. Oh, great. Yes, exactly. I'm constantly interrupting my journaling with thoughts of my shit penmanship. Exactly. So why are you writing it down and go, fuck, my handwriting's bad? Darling, it has to be your thoughts. Everyone telling you to do 369 in here and talk about Tesla. Nikola Tesla was a scientist. He never once mentioned manifestation, ever. People are using his thoughts about the universe because they're all talking about universe and they think that he's talking about manifestation. He's not. People are talking some fucking bullshit on here, guys. And please, I implore you, if you see those manifestation videos, just go past them because it's just confusing you. I'm not trying to say it so you follow me. I'm trying to say it so you don't get confused. Because they're teaching you a whole lot of shit that I don't understand. They're talking about Nikola Tesla, and Nikola Tesla never once in his whole life ever fucking talked about manifestation. He was talking about universal laws. And they keep talking about universal laws in here. The law of attraction, the law of oneness, the law of vibration, they're making up laws. These things don't fucking exist. These people are literally making up shit and sticking it on TikTok. I beg you, stop watching it. Hey, it's me. Hi, Jordan Does Stuff. You're always here. I love it. How many things can you manifest at the same time? Darling, I don't recommend doing too many things. Maybe pick 4 main things. House, job, car, specific person or relationship, okay? Maybe pick in those 4 themes, you have like 4 or 5 affirmations for each thing. And affirm those on the hour, every hour, or in a block or whatever. But don't go too crazy because you've got to impress your subconscious mind. You can't have 50 topics you're talking about. Your subconscious will be all confused. Which one are we doing now? Fuck. A minute ago, she's talking about a car. Now she's talking about something else. Oh, God, I'll give up. Okay? You've got to impress it and repeat it enough. The repetition is key, guys. It's what gets it in there. I want my SP back, buy another home and a new job. Okay, they're your 3. Just stick to those. SP and I are happily married, their name. Happily married, or we are back together and he's so in love with me. Okay? I love my new house. My job is amazing. I have the best career in the world. There you go. Done. Okay? You live in the end with your SP, you live in the end, you have your new house, and you have your job. My For You page is full of all those videos about law of attraction. Very confusing. Yes, darling, I know. That's why I started this channel, to be talking about manifestation. I was originally just going to do it about affirmation videos, but I saw all that shit on here and thought, are you fucking for real? This stuff is bullshit. I mean, I've never even seen that much crap on YouTube. Probably because what I follow on YouTube are all the channels that I watch that are about law of assumption, but I've never seen so much bull crap in all my life. Honestly. Stop watching it, guys. It's just confusing you. You're saying everything's so nice. You're really great. I just wanted you to know that. Oh, thank you, darling. Hang on, let me put my thingy down. Any more questions, guys? Excuse me in my pajamas, guys, but it's 10 o'clock at night over here and I get up at 5 in the morning because I started affirming I was a morning person and now I can't stop being a morning person. Yes, my For You page is so confusing between LOA and tarot. Oh, God, the tarot. People are doing tarot readings, 500 people, and that people are thinking they're reading for them? You can only get a tarot reading when the person's directly across from you and reflecting her assumptions. She can't be reflecting the assumptions of 500 people through a screen. That's ridiculous. Stupid. At the moment, I'm manifesting that my kitten, Miller, has the best behaviour. Oh, great! Yes, darling, you can change a pet's behaviour by affirming she is the most well-behaved kitten. She does everything I want. She obeys me. She never scratches the couch. The couch has got no scratches on it. Or whatever it is. Wonderful, darling. My bestie is in Brisbane. Can't wait to visit. Oh, I'm in Perth. It's 8:17 here in Texas. What, in the morning? Good morning. Howdy. Is that what you say in Texas? Oh, it does. Hang on, what are you saying, Jordan? At the moment, oh, it does scratch the couch. Yeah. I want to get rid of bad thoughts of things that happened years ago. Well, darling, met Mary, 55. You can. It's called revision. Now, Neville Goddard talks about a thing called revision. I talk about it in one of my videos on my Facebook group. I've got a white shirt on. I talk about it in quite big detail. Go to my Facebook group and watch the lives back, and I talk about how to revise, but I'll teach you here now. Revision is simply going back in the past and changing it. You know why you can do that? Because the past doesn't exist. It's just a memory. So all you're doing is changing your memory of it. If you can go back and change the traumatic shit that happened to you years ago, or the bad things that happened to you years ago, it'll change your present moment now. Because the only moment that is now is now. That moment I just said now is now gone. It's in the past. It's gone. Memory. I can't go get it back. Now. That's another moment. We're not in the future. We're not in the past. You're just in now. And now's gone now. Now it's another now. Which means you can go back in the past. Imagine a scene differently. Go back to the scene that was bad and imagine change it. Just the moment before the bit that went wrong, imagine a new scene. Imagine the person saying something to you differently, doing something differently. And loop that over and over again. And that's revision. You're revising your past. And I swear to you, it will help your present. Okay? Or look up Neville Goddard revision on YouTube and watch a few videos about it. It's 1:19 a.m. in Sydney. Oh yeah, you're so far ahead of us. I'll be back. Where are you going, Jordan? 10:20 in the Philippines. God, wow. It's just crazy, this time zone stuff, isn't it? See, guys, time's just an illusion. We're all here talking in the same moment, and yet we're all in different times. Time's just a made-up thing. So don't worry about the time about your manifestation, guys, because all you need to do and know time is an illusion is come on here on TikTok and realize we're all in different time zones and we're all in the same moment. Doesn't make any sense. Time's just something someone made up. 7:19 Canada. What in the morning? 14:20 in Portugal. Oh, Portugal. I've never been there. I've so wanted to go. Never got there. 4:20 in Greece. I've been to Greece a lot. I've seen a lot of the Greek islands. My dad used to live there. Hungary. I've been to Budapest. Yay! Washington, D.C., I haven't been there. See, guys, time's an illusion. It's 3:20, 9:20, 4:20, in all these different places, and yet we're all here in the same moment. So don't worry about your manifestation, how long they're taking, guys, because time is an illusion. It'll come in its own appointed hour. I'm at work listening to you at 9:20, USA, Florida. Oh, do you want me not to yell so your boss doesn't hear you? 9:25 in Ontario. Yay! NYC. I love New York. 10:20 in Perth. Well, I'm in Perth, darling. You're in the same time zone as me. 4:20. 4:20. All right, guys. Any more questions? We could sit here all day telling each other what time zone we're in. 60 people here. Holy shit. I got good headsets on. Oh, okay. Wow, Perth is behind Sydney. Yes, are we 3 hours behind Sydney, are we? I thought we were only 2 hours. Jesus. I did a client call today. She was in Sydney. I completely forgot. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was 8 o'clock her time. It was 5 o'clock. No, it was 5 o'clock her time, 2 o'clock my time. Guys, if you ever want a client call with me, a video coaching, just DM me. I'm doing them now. It's great fun. I'm talking to people one-to-one over Messenger or Skype. It's for half an hour. It's beautiful. Lima, Peru. Oh, stop ignoring. I'm not ignoring you, darling. Any more questions, guys? Scotland, 2:20 in the afternoon. The only place in Scotland I've been to is Edinburgh, sadly, but it was beautiful. How can we manifest an apology from the SP when there is no communication since weeks? Darling, what I want you to do, I want you to go to my page and watch the series called How to Manifest an Apology. It's in red. It's a series of like 12 videos. You probably won't like my answer, which is you need to accept that you created the situation that caused the shit in the first place, and then you'll get the apology. Or you won't get the apology because you don't care anymore. Okay? Or you can imagine getting an apology from them. They come to your house and apologize. They give you a gift and apologize. They send you an apology text. You can imagine the text, what it says. You can visualize that. Okay? But darling, go and watch those videos because it will help you with the way you're feeling. And it doesn't matter that you're not in contact. Doesn't make any difference. Circumstances don't matter. I want to be coached. Oh, yay, Norma. Well, just DM me, darling. Can you see my question? Oh, no, I can't, darling. Funny how the night moves. What is it? It's probably up a bit. Hang on, let me scroll. Everyone was telling me what time zone they're in. I lost all the questions. Where is it? Darling, you want to just repeat it? Just put it in the chat again, unless it's too long. Oh, darling, please put it in the chat again. Concerning the cat, does that mean that someone else manifested a specific behaviour from me? What do you mean concerning the cat? Now, no one's manifesting anything from you, darling. You're manifesting only your reality, okay? Don't worry about what other people are doing to you. They could be a master manifester. It doesn't affect you right now. Unless you think it does. Unless you allow them to manifest you. You can do that, but don't do it. Hi, I've been manifesting my soulmate back and I really feel so good about it. Oh, great, darling. Great, Jackie. How do I move past the grief of losing my son? Oh, darling, that's awful. Oh, I'm so sorry. Listen, I don't know if you want to hear this or if you believe me, but we are all spirit, okay? We are all one. We're all joined. There's no separation between all of us. That's how we can hear each other's thoughts. That's how you're sending out thoughts to someone and they're reflecting it back to you, because we're literally all one source or whatever. Now, in that means that we're all spirit. So before we came into the world, we were here. Then our meat kind of goes away, but we're still here. Our spirit's still here. Nothing is created nor destroyed. Your spirit hangs around, and I can say this as a person who's seen people in spirit at their own funerals after they've died, okay? They are still here. So, darling, please be consoled by the fact that he is still here. Talk to him. Tell him every day what you want to say. Tell him about your day. Use him as your soft place to land and talk about your feelings to him. Okay? He is always with you in here. And he's probably hanging around out here too. Okay? He's probably with you in the living room right now while you're watching this. Okay? Really know that. And I know that's hard to hear because it's not any consolation because you can't see them. But I hope that helps. Can you pick my question? Oh, where is it, darling? Lorna125. Well, repeat it, darling, because I didn't see it. Manifesting good behaviour from the cat. Okay, the answer makes sense. Oh, okay. How do you not blame yourself when you tell yourself that you manifested a breakup or any negative shit? I know, darling. It's hard not to beat yourself up, but just accept that you created it and then move on and know you can uncreate it. You can recreate it. There's no point beating yourself up, darling, and feeling negative about it. I know it's really hard. I cried my eyes out when I fucked up things with my SP because I knew I'd done it. It's really hard. But just cry it out, let it go, and then move on. 67 people. Hi, guys. You're back. Hi, Jordan. Where'd you go? To the toilet? I can't go to the toilet because I have to take you guys with me, and I don't think you want to see that. What kind of signs from the universe you'll receive to show that your manifestation is coming? I don't believe in the universe, darling. That's some LOA stuff. I don't teach that here. The universe isn't doing anything for you, and you don't need signs. You just want to live in the end in your mind that you're already the man or woman you want to be. You already have what you want. What is it you're trying to manifest, darling? You tell me. Because looking for a sign is actually going to screw up your manifestation. It's going to tell your subconscious mind that it's not here yet, but you want to be living in the end as if it's already here. The wish is already fulfilled. You already are that person. If you look for signs, you're going to tell your subconscious, oh, it's not here yet. I thought we were living in the end and we were already married, but now I'm looking for a sign to see if I am married. I'm fucking confused. I just won't bother. Signs, looking for signs messes up your manifestation, darling, so don't look for that and don't worry about the universe. You're creating everything with your mind. Your dominant thoughts create. That's it. The universe isn't doing shit for you. Who's a creep? What's going on? Is Cancer man come back? I don't understand that question, darling. Can you write it again? Can you manifest someone back to your life as we can manifest anything? This really interests me. Yes, darling. Watch my videos on manifesting a text. Watch my videos on how to manifest properly. It's all about getting back people, getting things you want, getting the career you want. Of course you can manifest back a person. They were in your life. You did something to create the situation with your thoughts that pushed them away or made them leave. So all you need to do is change that thinking and get them back. You can. Oh, I'm missing so many questions. Sorry, guys. What happens if two people manifest two contradicting things? Doesn't matter, darling. Watch my video I just did on two people manifesting one person. It's about third video away. The third last video. And I tell you about the fact that you're in your reality, they're in theirs, and they can't manifest for you or against you. Okay? It's your reality, darling. You're creating everything. Everything. Is my Cancer man coming back? What do you mean Cancer? Do you mean his star sign? I don't know, darling. You can make him come back with your thinking. Don't worry about his star sign. Ended our friendship over an argument due to a loss of a baby. I feel like an accident happened. Oh, darling, hang on. I missed the beginning of that question. Ended our friendship over an argument due to loss of a baby. Feel like an accident happened. What do you mean, darling? So you had a big fight with someone and it was over the loss of a baby. I missed the beginning. Should I text my SP first, or should I wait for him to reach out because it's been a week since we spoke? Darling, it's up to you. If you're coming from rejection, feeling he's going to reject you, I wouldn't. But up to you, darling. Up to you. Watch my How to Manifest a Text series. It's in red. It's about 12 videos. You can make him text you. I don't understand your question, darling, about ended a friendship over an argument. Can you write it again, or is there a bit I've missed? Had a fight with my best friend of 15 years. Okay, right. I had a fight with my best friend of 20 years. And she just still doesn't talk to me. Well, she kind of does, but it's not gone back to the way it was. And the reason it hasn't gone back to the way it was because I can't get rid of the old story that she hasn't forgiven me. Okay? What happened was I started looking at her 3D, her being stressed with children, and thinking it was about me. And thinking that when she couldn't make time for me, that she didn't want to be with me anymore as a friend. And she was angry with me, and she wasn't at all. Then I was going through therapy, and I started thinking that when I talked about therapy, she didn't like it, she was getting annoyed. So it was my thinking that was causing her to get annoyed, not her being annoyed. It was my thinking that she's probably annoyed by this. She doesn't really like therapy. Okay? And then she became annoyed. And then we ended up in a huge fight, and she didn't speak to me for like a year. Darling, if you want to be friends with her again, start affirming that you are. Such and such and I are such good friends. We are BFFs. She can't be without me. She is my bestest friend ever. Don't say, you can say she's forgiven me in the past, has forgotten. You can say that if it helps you. But just live in the end that you are now friends again. Okay? And just know that whatever your subconscious negative thoughts were that caused the situation, you can change those. Because it's your thoughts that caused the fight. If you can understand that. Watch my How to Manifest an Apology video series. You'll understand what I'm saying. How can I manifest someone to confess their love? He feels inadequate. We haven't spoken in a while. Okay, darling, read your question again. Your assumption is he feels inadequate. Therefore, he's going to turn up that way. So he's not going to confess his love because you've had an assumption that he feels so inadequate that he can't possibly do that because you're too good for him. Stop saying that. You're affirming it, and therefore that's how he's showing up in your reality. Stop saying it. Then affirm that he loves me and only me, and he tells me words of love every day. Okay, whatever it is you want to hear, imagine him saying it to you. She's two different people. Who are you talking about? Her boyfriend did something. I feel like to the sweet baby, it haunts me every day. Well, darling, stop affirming that. Stop thinking that. Darling, if you keep saying your best friend's two different people, if you keep having a story about her, that's how she'll show up. That's why she's showing up that way. You've got to create a new version of your best friend. And don't worry about what you think the boyfriend did or whatever. Your story about it is creating the situation. Did you make sure to take time for yourself? Are you talking to me? Me today? Yes, I did. How do you manifest your dream career? Darling, assume you have it already. I am the most famous model in whatever. I am the most loved actor in blah. I love my new job. I love my career. It's the best thing I've ever done. Affirm what it is. Affirm you have it already. You have it already. You are that person already. God, I'm talking in circles, guys, because I'm running out of energy. 65 people here. It's the second time, 2 20-month-old babies. Darling, they could have just had SIDS. Why are you attaching a really negative story to what happened? This is all about you and your story about the situation. Step away from it. Stop having an opinion on it. And then things will change. If you want your friendship back, stop thinking this shit. I'm really serious. You're putting negative stuff on this thing. Someone killed the baby, blah, 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 blah. It's all your thoughts, darling. It's out picturing, and then you're creating a shitty situation like a fight. How do you know that they just didn't die of cot death? I'm serious. Right. I told my best mates are mum and dad. I got told my best mates are my mum and dad. What do you mean, darling? I don't understand the question. Put it again. It's not my thoughts at all. Well, darling, you're not going to understand my channel. If you don't think your thoughts create your reality, you're not going to understand a thing I'm saying, and you probably won't like what I'm saying because you won't understand that your thoughts create your reality all the time. You can blame other people, but it's never other people. It's always your thoughts first. They outpicture into your 3D reality. Probably switch off now because you won't like what I'm saying. Honestly. Go and watch How to Manifest an Apology videos. Watch all 12. Get back to me, darling. Get back to me. Any more questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to log off. Because it's like middle of the night here and I've got to go to bed. And I get up at 5 o'clock. So, darling, please, everyone, follow me. Manifest Live with Loz. I go live very randomly all the time. I'm also definitely live tonight, 9 p.m. EST. Thursday night, 9 p.m. EST is my definite time. Then I'm 6 p.m. EST on Sunday's definite time, but every other time is random. So you've got to follow me to know. Then go to the Manifest Live with Loz Facebook group. It's private. You can press the link in my bio, but apparently it's not working, which is very annoying. But look up Manifest Live with Loz. Click request to join. Just answer a few questions so I know you're not a spammer. And you can watch these lives, guys, back. I've done about 14 now. They're really long. Some of them are like 3 hours. I might have answered all your manifestation questions, all your questions about negative thinking, etc. You can watch them all back. Okay, guys? And if you want one-to-one coaching, let me know in the DMs. Is writing down what I want to manifest just as important as saying it verbally? No, darling. Saying it and writing it down is not as important as thinking it. You've got to think the new thought. Okay? Will he join me? What do you mean, darling? Made plans to move in, then he disappeared 3 weeks ago Friday. Well, darling, something you were thinking made him disappear. He won't want to live with me. He doesn't love me. I'm not good enough. What were you thinking? Go back, do an uncritical assessment of yourself. What was I thinking before we moved in together? Was I having some shitty thoughts about myself? Some really terrible thoughts about him that he won't want to be with me? Assess that. And don't beat yourself up. Just have a look. What was I thinking? Thanks, Anna Patricia. And then you'll know how to change this, darling. Then you change that thought, that terrible negative thought you're having, that you're not good enough, he doesn't love me. Flip it. He loves me and only me. I am perfection. I am more than good enough. And start affirming that, darling, and he'll come back. Okay? Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome. I'd like a one-on-one, please. All right, darling. Just DM me at Manifest Live with Loz. Send me a little DM, and we'll set it up over Messenger or Skype. All right, darling? You are so mesmerising, Loz. Oh, thank you, Ice Cream Addict. You're just saying that now because I told you. You can't fool me. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be live 9 p.m. EST tonight, Thursday. So I've got to go to bed, get up in the morning, and talk to you then. 9 p.m. EST Thursday, guys. Today, if you're in the US. See you soon. Bye, guys.